Welcome into Victoria, British Columbia for Game 3 of 3 between the Bend Elks and the HarbourCats. Elks looking to avoid the sweep tonight. It's the righty Quincy Brown on the mound for the HarbourCats and Dmitry Sisitko, the Elks' lone all-star, digging in from the right side. Already took a ball. Now the 1-0. Breaking ball gets the outside corner. Got started just 2 minutes behind schedule. It's 6:37. Dmitry Sisitko has been great all series long. Yesterday picked up another knock. And we'll call time. Home plate umpire and Owen Naparalski will brush off the plate. Everybody rotated around a base, so Mateus Smith down there at third now and Blaise LeVay at first. The 1-1. Breaking ball misses down and away. Sisitko will lead the Elks off, and then it's Fudge, Sanders, Pfeiffer, Ortiz, Pettit, Sims, Smith, and Nato. Some new faces in the lineup on this Thursday, July the 9th. But just looking to change some things up. Elks entering this game 12-18. Brown winds on the 2-1. And Sisitko pops it up foul and out of play. Quincy Brown has been outstanding for these HarbourCats. They're in their most favorable spot when it comes to the midweek starters. Elks already saw a couple of outstanding ones with Eric Rico opening night and then yesterday Jeremiah Arnett. Brown's 2-2. Fastball spiked down. Sisitko working it to a full count. Will be staying in Canada after this 6-game swing in another nation and stay for next Wednesday night's All-Star game. Still leading the entire West Coast League in batting average and a firm guy at the top of this order. 15 Ks on Tuesday, 18 on Tuesday, 18 last. And he's had a great summer so far for the Cats. 0-1. Tapped foul near the HarbourCats dugout. HarbourCats in all white uniforms with navy and white caps, and the Elks in their gold tops, black pinstripe bottoms. Sisitko off of first, second on the team in stolen bases. Always a threat to go. Long look in from Brown, now he comes set. 0-2. Big breaking ball misses high. Good take from Fudge. A risky one, though. Sisitko's stolen 8 bases. The only other man with more is Keaton Nato with 12. Isaiah Fudge, just a .176 average for the former D2 All-American. But has had better at-bats as of late. The 1-2 misses high. Popping out of the squat was Lopez. Thought it was strike 3. The defense for the Cats, Silva, Buring, and Bradshaw left to right in the outfield. Wesley, Hewitt, Cron, and Klein from third to first, and Lopez doing the catching. Sisitko with a hearty lead off of first. 2-2, no outs in the opening frame. They throw over to check on Dmitry. He's back safely with a dive. Not only 18 Ks last night, but the Elks didn't have any form of power stroke, and it was a frustrating performance where the offense never got going. 2-2. Fastball misses away. Fudge takes. And another 3-ball count for Brown. His advanced numbers have jumped off the page to start this year. And one thing he's done really well is not walk anybody. Entering this out in 14 Ks to just 2 walks. Brown comes set. His 3-2. Breaking ball misses away. Ball 4. So Quincy Brown has walked the first 2 batters of this ball game. And great discipline for the Bend Elks that didn't show a lot of it last night. Setting the table in the first. And Troy Sanders, one of the best hitters on this team, will get to step up in a rare spot where he gets to bat with multiple runners on base. 7 home runs, tied for second in the entire league but just 9 RBI. Brown look back at 2. He'll come home. Sanders will square to bunt and bunt it foul up the third baseline. You don't blame Alan Cox one bit, who's back for his first night after serving a 2-game suspension. With how the Elks offense was quiet yesterday, regardless of the personnel, small ball may be the answer to gain some longer rallies. The 0-1, Sanders squares again. He gets it down. A perfect bunt up the first base line. Fielded by Brown. His throw to first just gets Sanders. But a perfectly executed sacrifice bunt moves both runners up. Sasidko to third and Fudge to second. And that just shows where the mindset is at tonight for the Bend Elks, because Alan Cox just bunts with the Elks' best hitter. You completely respect it, though, because it's good coaching after what we watched yesterday. Isaac Pfeiffer gets to hit now, and Brown will fire in a slider for a strike. Now the name of the game early with Sasidko 90 feet away. Fudge out there on second is with the infield back in the first inning. Just put a ball in play. 0-1. Breaking ball grounded up the middle. Fielded by the shortstop Hewitt. Ranging to his left. His throw to first in time. But that does the trick for Isaac Pfeiffer. An RBI ground out on the 6-3 putout. And the Elks have the first lead of the game. It's 1-0. A couple of good at-bats. Gets everything going. And all Isaac Pfeiffer had to do was put the ball in play. Jordan Ortiz will hit. 2 outs, 1-0 Elks. Runner on third now and Fudge. Brown delivers. Fastball that misses low. Our first look at Dylan Lopez this week behind the dish has been Jacob Silva the last 2 nights, but talk about athleticism from the catcher position. Jacob Silva, who is the catcher, is now playing left. 1-0 to Ortiz. That heater misses low. Trying to frame it back up was Lopez. Didn't get the call. Ortiz has been outstanding. Although he hasn't hit the ball very hard, a lot of hits. A 409 average in 22 ABs. The 2-0. Breaking ball Ortiz takes. Also 7 runs batted in. And considering the limited sample size, J.O. has been the Elks' most efficient hitter in spots like this. Brown's 2-1. Fastball misses low. A rarity and lapse of command for Quincy Brown. And I'm sure Coach Haney down there in the first base dugout is wondering why tonight is changed for Brown. At school, too, at UCSD, he didn't struggle with the walks. The 3-1 breaking ball popped up. Foul territory, giving chase is Klein. Reaching over his shoulder, cannot make the catch. And it would have been Willie Mays-esque over the shoulder, but in a tough spot, trying to squeeze it on the backhand instead of the basket catch. Bradshaw was on a dead sprint from right field but couldn't get there. And for Ortiz, it lets you keep on battling. Full count, 2 outs, the runner on third and Fudge. 1-0 Elks in the top of the first. Defense playing J.O. straight up. Brown's pitch. Breaking ball, broken bat, flipped into left, down for a base hit. Fudge comes in to score. It's an RBI single for Jordan Ortiz, and it's 2-0 Elks. He has a great relationship right now with the baseball gods, because once again, a bloop single for Jordan Ortiz, who is the king of good luck right now, and the Elks will take any luck they can get. A 2 spot in the first, and it's Brady Pettit. Brown comes in on a fastball that misses high. The change in the lineup tonight. These new faces, Pfeiffer getting it done, and then Ortiz. His time is now called. No choice but to go and chat with the righty. This is the pitching coach, Zach Swanson. To Swanson, the catcher in Lopez, and the pitcher in Brown. Their bullpen ultra fresh. If they have to, for some reason, go to it early because of the effort from Arnett yesterday. Went 6 innings, punched out 11. And then they turned it over to the deadly bullpen that picked up right where he left off. Brady Pettit, newly committed to San Diego State, looking to get the bat going after last year being at St. Mary's. Average leadoff of first for J.O. The 1-0. Ortiz goes. Fastball misses up. Throw down to second is way offline. Goes into center field. But crashing in was Buehring and forcing Jordan Ortiz to stay there. It forced David Cron, the second baseman, to try to leap 20 feet to his left, and he had no chance. RBI spot now, the 2-0 to Pettit. Breaking ball called a strike at the base of the zone. Elks coming out with some thunder. You think back to just last night, there was no inning even similar to this. 2-1. Misses down, and it's because of Quincy Brown and these Elks working long at-bats. They're forcing the right-hander to work hard, and he hasn't been able to fill up the zone. The 3-1 with 2 outs to Brady Pettit. Brown comes in on a fastball that's popped up foul and out of play. Souvenir on a good night in Victoria. Good amount of fans. Just up there with the Elks for some of the best attendance in the entire West Coast League. Another 3-ball count working now for Brown, who has had loads of them. 3-2. Chopped foul up the third base line. And after this next pitch is thrown, that'll be pitch number 30 of the inning for Quincy Brown. You're looking to stay at 15 or less to stay efficient in each frame. And Brown is double that. Deuce Sims waiting on deck. A base hit with a Jordan Ortiz 2-out jump would bring him in. Brown a long look and a pause. His payoff. Breaking ball misses low. Another walk. The 3-walk inning for Quincy Brown, who entering this outing has had 2 in total, is why the Elks have this ever-long rally. And there's immediately stirring in the Victoria bullpen. Red alert. Deuce Sims will bat. Pitch to Deuce. Changeup misses down and in. Deuce Sims getting the start today at first base, a spot where the Elks have not seen as much production as they'd like. And Sims, as hard of a worker as they come by. Excited to see him get a shot. 1-0 misses down. He'll take there. Sims came in yesterday for Cam Beck in a pinch hit spot in the 9th. And he ultimately punched out looking. So a chance for some redemption. 2-0 hitters count. Breaking ball folds on the outer edge. And a shake of the head for Sims, not agreeing with home plate umpire Owen Naparalski. 2-1. Called a strike. Count moves even. It's 2-2. Overshift to the left-handed bat. The pitch. Change up. Popped up softly to the third baseman coming in Wesley. And he'll make the catch to end the inning. So Sims pops out, but not after. 2 runs batted in, 1 from Isaac Pfeiffer, 1 from Jordan Ortiz. All starting because of Quincy Brown's inability to find the strike zone. The Elks take advantage. They strike first. And the debut coming up of the righty Patrick Galvin in an Elk uni when we come back on Bend Elks YouTube. Elks up 2-0 as we head to the bottom of the first inning. Great start, got to build off of it, and it's the right-hander out of Seattle University, Patrick Galvin, towing the rubber to the leadoff man all 3 days in David Cron. The wind and the pitch, a fastball way up and in tight, and Cron ducks out of the way. Cron, Wesley, Shepard to start off this inning, then Silva, Klein, Buring, Lopez, Bradshaw, and Hewitt. 1-0 misses way outside and an easy take from Cron. Biggest part about starting off 2-0, it's great, but you can get a 0 in the bottom half. Equally as valuable. Galvin working quick, 2-0. Fastball misses up and in. Looking to settle in early. This last year with Seattle U, just 4 1/3 innings pitched in the WCC. 7 Ks to 4 walks. His 3-0. Well and tied, a 4-pitch walk. Just from that bat alone, it looked like Galvin may be extra juiced up and working too quick for his own liking, where it made it harder for him to find the strike zone. So getting a base runner is Victoria. And now the batter is Matt Wesley out of George Mason. Galvin comes set and delivers. A fastball that's way outside, forcing Hayden Smith to lunge to his right and catch it. Sisitko, Nato, and Pfeiffer in the outfield from left to right. Pettit and Sanders on the left side. Fudge and Sims on the right side. Hayden Smith doing the catching. 5 straight balls to start this outing for Galvin. He'll work in and miss in tight. Last night, Wesley 1 for 4 at the dish. but one of the better hitters in the entire WCL. Galvin's 2-0. Cron goes, squares to bunt, takes a strike, throw down a second on 2 hops. Not close. And then Cron falls down to the dirt like he almost tripped on the base to all fours facing forward. Fudge kept the tag on, but Cron also kept contact with the base and steals it. Exactly what you're looking for out of your leadoff guy. Get on and then swipe a bag. 2-1. Heater gets the call, 2-2. Mad Wesley, a .360 average, 5th in the entire West Coast League. He has been dominant in this role and provides multiple tools. 2-2. Outside on the breaking ball, full count. You have the open base now at first, but with Logan Shepard on deck, who homered last night, want to be careful and stay as competitive as possible. Sets up on the first base side, peek back at 2 twice. Now the full count pitch. Got him swinging. Patrick Galvin goes right by him on a fastball, and a big first out. Bringing up Logan Shepard, the Olympia, Washington native, tending Mercer. Oak shifted him to the pull side with Sanders nearing Pettit at third. Galvin delivers. Cron's going to try to take third. The throw goes to the backstop. Smith gets there quickly. But that'll be another stolen base. That's 2 in the same frame and gives Victoria potentially a run back just waiting 90 feet away. Galvin just looking to dial it in. Goes back to the windup. 1-0 fastball. Misses down and away. And Hayden Smith is really struggling with receiving the balls thrown by Galvin. Almost an erratic nature behind the dish. That's making it tough for both parties. The 2-0. Popped up. Shallow center field. Nato was playing deep, has to race in. He'll make the catch. Tagging his Cron. Nato's throw goes all the way home on 1 hop. It might have been there, but it goes by Smith, who can't handle it. And Cron scores on the head-first slide. Alan Cox is pointing out to Keita Nato with a thumbs up, acknowledging the hose. Nato put every part of his body into the crow hop when he let it rip, and it resulted in him tumbling forward. But man, if Hayden Smith just caught that out in front of home plate, squeezed it and tagged home, might have had him. Instead, it's a sac fly, an RBI, and it's 2-1. Bringing up Jacob Silva. Galvin's pitch is swung through at the top of the zone. It goes along with maybe Smith just struggling with receiving it. The new commit to the Utah Utes after being previously committed to Grand Canyon. There's been a couple of plays so far this season with a similar thing occurring, not being able to catch it high out in front of home. A 1 home misses away and goes off of Smith's glove. Jacob Silva, switch hitting backstop, tending UT San Antonio. Reached in 3 plate appearances last night with 2 singles, both hard hit to right field. 1-1. Fastball misses in. Powerful Victoria lineup that has shown their true colors over the first 2 games of this series. Galvin's 2-1. Miss is away. Smith tried to frame it back in on an 87-mile-per-hour fastball, but didn't get the call. Gorgeous night in Victoria. Bright blue skies, wind blowing out to left field, but more horizontally than last night. 3-1. Ball 4. Misses low at 89. And similar to what Quincy Brown struggled with in the first inning, Patrick Galvin cannot find the zone. 2 walks this inning. And it's Roan Klein. Big overshift to the pull side. Galvin's pitches scorched foul down the first baseline. Watch out, Blaise LeVay. That ball was absolutely smoked. 102 off the bat. And for Blaise LeVay, you can't even think in a moment like that. It just comes whizzing by your ear hole. And you got to take a deep breath and step out of the way of it. 0-1. Change up, called a strike on the outer third, 0-2. With 0-2 and 2 outs to Roan Klein, the tall left-handed bat. Elks a chance to stay on top through this first. Couple of big deep breaths and the pitch. Fastball well outside. Had an opportunity for a waste pitch there and used it. Klein last night with a pair of hits. Then on opening night hit the long 2-run home run to right field. 1-2, runner goes, breaking ball, got him swinging, and that'll end the inning. Running on the pitch was Jacob Silva, but it didn't matter. 2 strikeouts in the first for Patrick Galvin, who despite not having the most perfect command, had a gritty opening inning. Elks by 1 on the Bend Elks YouTube page. It's 2-1 as we head to the second. Top of the second inning, Elks lead 2-1, and Jordan Ortiz will step up. The first pitch home is called a strike. This is rather Hayden Smith. Smith, Nato, and Sasidko, 8-9-1. Brown working quickly. 0-1, tapped foul from Smith just near the first base dugout. The HarbourCats did not have a hit in the first inning, but with 2 walks given up by Patrick Galvin, a sac fly for Logan Shepard gave the HarbourCats a run. 0-2, Smith takes low. Hayden Smith amongst this catching mix with Nate Snakenborg being a part of it, Marcus Galvin looking to carve out his role in this opportunity. 1-2, Smith takes down and away on a slider. There is an arm warming up in the bullpen for Victoria, so going to be watching whatever Quincy Brown can do. Last time he threw was against the Nanaimo Night Owls about a week ago and went 5 innings and struck out 9. So coming off of one of his favorite outings of the year. Rocks and fires the 2-2. A breaking ball that's chopped up the third baseline and foul. Fielding it in foul territory was Wesley just past the bag. And Hayden Smith will get himself another shot. Shadows starting to creep onto the field. Gets dark quite late. We thought it got dark in Bend, but got dark late in Bend, but in Victoria, man, it's light out for a long time. 2-2 breaking ball. Smith takes strike 3 right down the middle. The radar gun had that at 139 miles per hour. I don't think it was 139. Was a slider that folded over the middle of the plate. But maybe that's why Smith was fooled. Now Dylan Lopez, the hitter. Make this Keaton Nadeau. Keaton Nadeau just made a great catch in center field and now gets to hit here. 0-1, misses well and tight. Nadeau been a great player for these Elks, and especially defensively, which was on display in the first inning. Rounds 1-1. Misses low and skips in for a ball. 263 average for Nadeau. No homers, 6 runs batted in. But he has punched out 15 times. Has walked 14 times, though. Works a good at-bat. On the 2-1, they go to the breaking ball, and it misses high. But there's a reason why Keaton Nadeau is in this spot in the order. The reverse leadoff in the 9-hole. A chance to get on base for Dmitry Sisidko. Equally as important of a role. 3-1. Slider called a strike. Nadeau was about to toss the bat. He thought it was ball 4 and will have to keep on hitting. Steps out of the box and steps back in. Quincy Brown is already ready for him. Brown's payoff. Breaking ball. That is ball 4 on the outer third. And Nadeau will take a walk. In just an inning and a third of work, Quincy Brown has walked 4 batters. And this is just an anomaly for what he's been for Victoria to start this year. I'll say again, 2 total walks before tonight. 4 already. Face Dmitry Sisidko. Nadeau takes off. Fastball misses away. Throw down to second is perfect. And the tag applied got him. To throw out Keaton Nadeau, you've got to do everything right. And they do. Lopez to the covering Cron. He slaps the tag on the back of Nadeau. And immediately that runner taken off of the bases. Pitch to Sisidko is a breaking ball that's grounded deep into the 6-hole. Tough play for Hewitt across his body. And it's in time with the stretch by Klein on the back end. Looked like the Elks might have something moving in the second inning. But after Nadeau is thrown out, nothing more. To the bottom of the second, 2-1 Elks on the Bend Elks YouTube page. Bottom of the second inning, 2-1, Bend Elks on top, but a 0 thrown by Quincy Brown getting back on track. Tristan Buring stepping in from the left side will take a ball down and away from Patrick Galvin, who continues to work along. Maiden O'Neill up here in the broadcast booth. Thanks for joining us on this Thursday night. 1-0 gets the call on the inner third. Tristan Buring has tormented these Elks 6, 7, and 8 in the order due up for Victoria. 1-1 breaking ball just slips out of the hand of Galvin. And oh my, he looked down at his hand because it missed, honestly, 25 feet outside. Hayden Smith had no chance of catching it. But he'll reset and now fire in the 2-1. A fastball that's in the zone. Don't you love how that works? One pitch not close, and then the very next one right at the belt. Tristan Buring, the leader in batting average on Victoria, and third in the entire league at .383. The fastball misses in, and it hits him. Tristan Buring will look back out to the mound. It looked like he may have said something to Galvin, but all is good. That's the third free pass given up for the Elks. Bringing up Dylan Lopez, his first start of the series. 5'11", 205-pounder. Running on the pitch is Buring. Called a strike, throw down a second, not in time. Tristan Buring steals his third base of the year. And now that tied run immediately for Victoria after the leadoff runner in scoring position. 0-1, big swing and a miss from Lopez. Galvin just looking to stay steadily in the strike zone. Dylan Lopez, no recorded stats so far for Victoria, so we're assuming this is the debut. The St. Mary's catcher. 0-2. Breaking ball misses down and away. From San Antonio, Texas. Part of a St. Mary's group. Had a special run in the college playoffs. Galvin, 2 looks at second. Now the pitch. Buring takes off for third. And Lopez fouls it away. So Buring's forced to go back. Patrick Galvin, amidst not finding the strike zone early, is forgetting about the base runners. And, man, they're getting some big jumps and taking full advantage. David Cron, when he led off the first inning, stole second and third, and Buring about to do the same. Big secondary off of 2. Does not go this time. The 1-2 breaking ball misses away. After Lopez, it's Brian Bradshaw and then Brady Hewitt. 2-2, no outs, runner on second. 2-1 Elks in the bottom of 2. Defense straight up on Lopez. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses down and away. Yesterday, the Elks, aside from a couple of moments in the 8th inning, did a good job not forcing the free pass. And it put them in a favorable spot to win the ballgame if the offense was alive, but at no point was it. Full count. Buring takes off for third. Got Lopez. Throw down to third. Not in time. Buring just snuck his left hand in there. But you take the strikeout, the second of the game for Galvin. That tying run moves 90 feet away. So Brian Bradshaw will hit. Elks infield is going to stay back early in this game despite it being a 1-run game. Galvin's fastball misses up and away. Brian Bradshaw has been another great Victoria HarbourCat this series. 2 hits last night with an RBI as he swings through that one. And then a couple of knocks with 2 RBI on Tuesday night. Shifted to the pull side. The 1-1 to the lefty is a fastball that's called a strike. 1-2. On deck, the bottom of the order in Hewitt, then the top after him. Galvin in the windup with the other runner on third. His 1-2. Outside on a changeup. Bradshaw from UC San Diego, just like the HarbourCats starter tonight, Quincy Brown. 2-2 fastball misses away, and a full count. Yes, the open base on first, but with this being the bottom of the order, Elks need to attack. Deep breath. Glove goes to the mouth. The full count. Fastball grounded softly. Back up the middle. Fielded by Fudge on the run. He double clutches, and that allows for Brian Bradshaw to reach. Coming in to score is Tristan Buring, and we're tied at 2. An infield single, but a play that Fudge should have made, and his struggles continue out there at second base. After being a great fielder at Quincy, it's been awkward. Now Brady Hewitt will take down and away. The breaking ball goes to the backstop. Bradshaw moves up to second. And I tell you, this battery of Galvin and Smith just cannot figure things out. Whether it's a wild pitch or Smith not catching the ball or Galvin missing. The chemistry for these two guys working together for the first time, not there. 1-0 fastball gets the call at 88. After the Elks started off this game with a 2 spot in the first, we're back to the same spot. All tied up. 1-1. Well, and tight Hewitt has to jump out of the way of it. Hitter's count there. Had an RBI double in the second inning. Also walked in the 8th. Then opening night was an on-base machine towards the bottom of the order. Bradshaw is going to take off for third. The fastball misses low, and the Elks have a serious problem on their hands because rarely do you see in 2 innings 3 stolen bases of third. It's one thing if it's to second, but my goodness, you got to find a way to hold the runners on because they're just getting free trips to the next base. 3-1 to Hewitt. Way outside, ball forward, goes by Smith. Here comes Bradshaw, he scores, and an adjustment has to be made. It's 3-2 in the second, and a lot of it has been dependent upon the lack thereof of throwing a pitch and it being caught by the catcher. Time now called, the entire infield coming up and having a chat. To the top of the order with David Cron. Three to 2 HarbourCats. Galvin's pitch goes to the off speed. It's called a strike. The Victoria HarbourCats have 3 runs on 1 hit. Breaking ball misses away on the 0-1. And those miscues can kind of all group into one of shooting yourself in the foot and just not playing clean baseball. Equally as much as Smith has missed him, it's on Patrick Galvin for not holding runners on, as the 1-1 fastball is called a strike. Cron, his first time through, walked, and then he stole 2 bases. It began with him, and then it's carried over to the rest. 1-2 breaking ball misses in. Bluffing the steal is Hewitt. Cron from University of British Columbia after a good season he's coming off of. 2-2 fastball misses away. Smith fakes the back pick down to first but doesn't throw it. From Langley, British Columbia, an outstanding player from this neck of the woods. The payoff, runner goes, fastball misses down and away. It's ball 4. And there's runners on first and second with 1 out. Looks like the bullpen may be starting to stir, and it is. Pointing down there is Alan Cox. Wow, that was a quick exit for the righty Patrick Galvin, who ultimately just goes an inning and a third. And they're going to the lefty, Chris Peronace, out of the bullpen. Galvin just couldn't find the strike zone. That was the story. 5 free passes, 4 walks and a hit by pitch, and an inning and a third. But the greater issue is not holding runners on base. And also, him and Smith were just never in a rhythm. Elks in trouble here in the second. You got to find a way to get out of it. And Chris Peronace is the man assigned with that task. We'll step aside and be back in a few on Bend Elks YouTube. All right, Chris Peronace entering in a tough spot. And, man, all coming after the Elks had a good start. 2-0 lead after the first, 3 unanswered so far for Victoria. Batter Matt Wesley, and Peronace misses outside. Peronace, just 3 innings pitched, but hasn't given up a run. New lefty for this group. Being leaned on here. His 1-0 swung on and missed. Wesley was late. Peronace from Glendale Community College, just like Diego Lovesy, another arm for these Elks. Constantly worked as a reliever in similar situations to this. 0-1 changeup. Misses down. Wesley, his first time through, punched out. That's when the out-in looked optimistic. But after that, the wheels came off. 2-1. Fastball skied foul down the right field line. Do it again. Wesley has been a monster hitter for these HarbourCats, making this situation tougher for Peronaise. Runner at second is Hewitt, on first is Cron. Bottom of the second, 2-2, 1 out. It's 3-2 HarbourCats. Pitch home, got him swinging. And Chris Peronaise blows a fastball right by Wesley. The second time that Matt has struck out. That is an outstanding job for Peronaise. Get in a swing and miss in that situation against a tough customer. But has to do it again. Now against Logan Shepard, who had an RBI sac fly his last time. Peronaise changeup misses down and in. Logan Shepard homered last night. RBI sac fly in the first. Peronaise comes set. Peek back at Hewitt and fires. Fastball that misses up and away. The entire order for Victoria, a reason why they're top 10 in the league in offense. Dangerous as the 2-0 fastball's popped up foul and out of play. Shepard from Olympia, Washington, spent his first couple of seasons at Tacoma Community College, where he was the NWAC Position Player of the Year in 2025. Just a really steady player. 2-1. Swing completely broken down on a breaking ball. And it was a half-hearted check swing when Shepard went down to a knee. Peronaise one pitch from getting out of this jam. His pitch. Fastball fouled right back. We'll do it again. Shepard was on it. And then after that jump from Tacoma Community College to Mercer, bat .310. 18 home runs, 54 driven in. Two-two. Misses down and in. It's a full count. And a huge pitch coming up. So with it being 3-2 and 2 outs, both Hewitt and Cron will be in motion as soon as Peronaise fires home. His payoff. Fastball, ball 4. Down and in tight. And they're loaded with 2 outs. The Elks for a couple of games got that whip down and weren't nearly walking as many guys, but that is shot right back up during this series. That is already walk number 5 tonight. Just gifting Victoria some base runners. Jacob Silva, the switch hitter from the right side, will step in and take a fastball up and away. This is already in the bottom of the second inning. A huge spot in this game. 3-2 HarbourCats, bottom 2. Peronaise looking to find a way to get out of it. He fires. Change up to misses low, stop by Smith. And a hitter's count for Jacob Silva. He walked in his first at-bat, that one coming from the opposite side. 2-0. Gets the call on the outer third and a good strike to get back in the count. Important, too, in a 2-0 hitter's situation to not just groove one right down the middle. And Chris Peronaise does a good job staying on the corner. 2-1. Called a strike. It's 2-2. If he were to get Silva, Peronaise would get out of this inning without allowing any additional damage. 8 runs batted in for Silva. 2-2, tapped foul off his own foot. And he'll limp out of the box onto the cut of the grass to stay alive. Peronace is just staring at his catcher and Hayden Smith on the mound. Not stepping off at all as soon as Jacob Silva gets back in that box. Peronace will be ready to fire. Hewitt, Cron, and Shepard, the runners, third to first. 2-2. Fastball popped up. Shallow right field. Sims going out. Fudge coming over, and he makes the two-handed catch to get out of the inning. The Bend Elks strand the bases loaded and don't allow any other runs to score. A phenomenal job by Chris Peronace and a good job by this coaching staff going to the pen when they did, because it's kept this game in the balance. Quincy Brown is out of this game after just 2 innings. A new arm coming in for Victoria. When we come back on Bend Elks YouTube, it's 3-2 Cats. New pitcher in the ball game for the Victoria HarbourCats. It's the righty Davis Lee. He'll face Isaiah Fudge, and the first pitch will miss down and in on a fastball. Fudge, Sanders, and Pfeiffer do up this inning. A valiant job by Chris Peronace in relief for Patrick Galvin, escaping the jam. 1-0 heater misses away. Clouds now starting to come on overhead, making the shadows increase and creating a darker blue color to this night. 2-0 misses up. 3-0. Isaiah Fudge in his first at-bat walked. Great part of this order to get things back on track. The pitch. Heater called a strike. Fudge thought it might have been ball 4, was ready to toss his bat. Lee's worked in 13 innings, 19 Ks to 12 walks, a 4.85 ERA. Still hitters count on the 3-1, and he blows a fastball by Fudge, who is late. University of Calgary baseball is Davis Lee. Entire Victoria bullpen's got some dudes. 3-2 fastball, skied foul down the left field line. Fudge will stay alive. Tall frame is Lee, 6'5", 210 pounds. And gets some velo behind all of his pitches. Fudge seeing it much better. Full count. Got him swinging, though, down to a knee. and chased a 90-mile-per-hour fastball at the base of the zone. One batter faced for Lee, and a strikeout. Just the second of the game for Victoria. Bringing up Troy Sanders. In the first inning, he stepped up with runners on first and second and no outs and laid down a bunt. Here he'll take a ball on the outside corner, a fastball at 92. After that bunt, Pfeiffer grounded out, and the Elks ended up bringing in both runs. Sanders way out in front on the 1-0. So that bunt ultimately worked. You got the two runners who first got on base in, but then the Elks immediately gave up the lead. 1-1. Skips in for a ball. Game 3 of the series. Elks after this will spend the weekend against the Nanaimo Night Owls. And then on Monday, finishing up the road trip. 2-1, big swing and a miss for Sanders, who is always trying to leave earth with his big swings. Tied for second in the West Coast League in home runs with the leadoff man for Victoria, David Cron. 2-2 breaking ball, misses low. But what's been so impressive about Sanders has been that he's done it in half the amount of games, on a tear with 2 multi-home run games over this stretch. Lee's payoff, misses low, ball 4. This is the game of the walk so far, with both sides just not being able to command the strike zone. That is walk number 5 for Victoria. And the hitter's Isaac Pfeiffer. Lee comes in on a heater that misses down and away. So Troy Sanders doing his job all night long with the sac bunt and then reaching on the walk. Pfeiffer's first time grounded out, an RBI. He garnered. 1-0. Changeup floated in for a strike. Isaac Pfeiffer from the University of Portland. Another member of these Elks that is just seeking more playing time. Fastball check swing didn't go up and in. So nights like tonight, even bigger than just the game at hand and the Elks in desperate need of a win. If you're able to get some of these guys that haven't played a lot more looks, benefits everybody. 2-1 fastball, misses low. Hitters count to Isaac Pfeiffer. On deck is Jordan Ortiz. Pfeiffer, no batting gloves from the right-handed box. 3-1 pitch. Fastball. Popped up, shallow left field. Late jump for Silva, who has to crash in, and he can't get there. It just dunks in front of him. The Elks will take a bloop single. Runners on first and second with 1 out. So that 1-out walk, giving the Elks some life. And they've had a couple tonight that have just blooped in. Both hits now, one for Pfeiffer a moment ago, and then Jordan Ortiz, who's stepping up. He had one in the first inning that was hit less than 80 miles per hour off the bat and gave himself an RBI. First pitch into Ortiz is a fastball called a strike. Jordan Ortiz from San Jose, California, attends LMU. He just wrapped up his freshman year. Lee, 2 looks at second. Now the 0-1. Misses down on a fastball. But Jordan Ortiz approaching the team lead in batting average with how dominant he's been. Lee's 1-1. Way outside, having to move out of the way was Lopez to make that catch. Slid to his right, and that gives Jordan Ortiz a hitter's count. All these relationships for these LMU guys rekindled this summer in Bend. Ortiz being one of them. The 2-1. Big swing and a miss. Ortiz was trying to do damage and was late. Out there at second is Troy Sanders. At first is Isaac Pfeiffer. 2-2 with one out. Elks trail 3-2 in the top of the third. Lee delivers. A 90-mile-per-hour firm fastball that missed away. And another 3-ball count. This game is dragged along because of this. Game 3 of the series, you see both teams not being able to locate. The full count pitch. Fastball, called, strike 3. And Jordan Ortiz gets frozen. The second K of the inning for Davis Lee. That is the second strikeout looking for the Elks. 3 overall on the game. And you now need a Brady Pettit 2-out knock to tie this game. Lee's fastball misses away to Pettit. Brady Pettit walked his first time through, coming off a long, grueling campaign at St. Mary's. Lee's 1-0. Called a strike. What made yesterday equally, if not more, frustrating, along with the 18 strikeouts, the Elks had 10 of which were looking. 1-1. Fastball grounded on a tough hop, and it goes past the first baseman in Klein, who may have lost it in the lights. Sanders comes in to score. Pfeiffer's up to third, and the game is tied at 3. It goes down as an E3 on Klein. But I tell you what, yes, it was hit relatively hard. That play obviously should have been made. But I think he lost it in the lights this time of the night, or in the light of the sun. Has the shades on trying to shield him, but didn't do much. First pitch to Deuce Sims misses low. Regardless, the Elks will take it, as Brady Pettit just put a ball in play, and the ball keeps bouncing their way. All knotted up at 3. 1-0 to Deuce Sims, who swings through it. Pfeiffer on third, Pettit on first. And 6 runs combined, but just 3 combined hits. That is a rarity. 1-1. Misses low off of Lopez. Both runners stay put. Deuce Sims, his first time through, popped out to the third baseman, Wesley. 2-1, fouled right back. Sims from Kentucky, attending Midway next year, which is much closer to home, and excited for that next chapter of his life. 2-2 changeup misses low, a good take. He was up in a good spot in the first inning to maybe do some damage, and this is another prime opportunity with another run waiting 90 feet away. Payoff pitch, fastball misses away, ball 4. And I'm not sure why Brady Pettit wasn't taken off with full count, 2 outs and a runner on first. I think Johnny Kemp's going to say something to Pettit, and Pettit acknowledges it, patting his hand on his chest. Fortunately, it doesn't matter, as he walked him anyway. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Time called between Lopez and the pitcher and Lee. Hayden Smith will bat. Smith struck out looking his first time. Lee fires. Fastball up and in tight. So just to recap, with the runners on first and third, full count, 2 outs, Pettit should have been taking off with the pitch. Instead, he didn't. It was called ball 4. It didn't matter, but that's a mental miscue that can't happen. 1-0, fouled right back. Smith to the netting. Pfeiffer, Pettit, and Sims. Base runners, they're loaded. 1-1 to Smith. He takes a strike right down the middle. Not sure what Smith is looking for. May have been a hair up, but Owen Naparalski says it's in there. Now has to protect on Lee. The 1-2. Smith takes in tight. Did it hit him? It did. It hits Hayden Smith. And the Elks have the lead on an RBI hit by pitch. They still have just 2 hits, but now have 4 runs. And this feels eerily similar, at least in the initial makings of it, to that game the Elks had against the Portland Pickles, where they ultimately won because of Portland just holding the silver platter out and letting the Elks have it. Todd Haney had a quick chat with Owen Naparalski to make sure that it hit Smith. But it did. And it's 4-3 Bend. Keaton Nadeau walked his first time through. He'll now get to hit with them loaded. Smith just gets hit and keeps the line moving. Naparalski's still talking to the Victoria bench about that hit by pitch. But now everything seems to be squared away. 7 walks or hit by pitches as the first pitch is called a strike from Victoria. You could even add in the error on Klein as a free pass, so make that 8 free bases for the Elks. 0-1 to Nadeau, called a strike on the outside corner. Base hit would make this inning hurt the Victoria HarbourCats on a crooked number. 0-2 to Nadeau, fouled right back. The one thing about Keaton is he'll keep fighting and make your job difficult if you're on the other side. Pettit, Sims, Smith, third to first, the base runners. Nadeau walked his first time. 0-2 home. Breaking ball almost hit him. And Keaton Nadeau has to duck underneath it. For whatever reason tonight, both sides just cannot throw strikes. It's why we're almost an hour and 30 minutes into the game, and we're still in the top of the third. 1-2 fastball misses down and away. This spot right here, a reason why you put a reliable hitter in the 9-hole. 2-2. Fastball just down and away. A gutsy take for Keaton Nadeau. And some groans from this home crowd. It is once again a 3-ball count. Full count, 2 outs. Everybody will be on the move. 4-3 Elks, top 3. The lead takes a deep breath and fires. Fastball popped up, foul, and out of play. We will do it again. This is a heck of an AB from Nadeau. The 3-2. Fastball misses down and away. Ball 4. Another free pass that brings in an Elks run, and it's 5-3 Bend. You can call it 9 free passes combining walks, hit by pitches, and errors. And this entire rally, because of Victoria and their own miscues. The night is done for Davis Lee, the 9th batter of this frame coming up when we come back. Todd Haney going to the bullpen. This has been a wacky night in Game 3 of the series. But the Elks will take this lead every day of the week. Carson Ackerman, the new pitcher, into the ballgame for Victoria, looking to get out of a tough jam. And his first pitch home to Dimitri Sasidko misses low. Elks on top 5-3. This 2-out rally directly correlating to Victoria's inability to throw strikes. And you get your best hitter up in Sasidko. 1-0. Fastball misses low. Kicks off of Lopez. And Sims, with an aggressive secondary lead, will stay put at third. Johnny Kemp giving him the side eye, wondering, who do you think you are trying to go on that? He wasn't far enough away for Lopez, and Sims not the fastest runner. Base hit would really blow this game open. Ackerman comes set. His 2-0 to Sasidko. And it's skied to shallow center field. Buehring is there. He'll make the catch, and that will end the inning. But 9 batters come to the plate despite the Elks only having 1 hit in the inning. They score 3 times, and they can thank Victoria for that entire rally. Up by 2 runs. But with how this game is going, it feels like we're only getting started. Bottom 3 when we return on Bend Elks YouTube. Bottom of the third inning. Chris Peronace will fire in a breaking ball that's swung on and missed by Roan Klein. Defense playing him straight up. Peronace looks in on the 0-1 and fires. Grounded foul up the first baseline past Sims. 5-3 now. The Elks lead in the bottom of the third. And all Victoria did was give the Elks a rally last inning. Gave them opportunities that they took advantage of. Klein, his first time through, struck out. Peronace is 0-2. Got him looking on the outside corner. And Klein is now punched out twice, this time on 3 pitches. Fortunately for the Elks, despite all the free passes, they are getting punch-outs. That is strikeout number 5 as a staff. 1 out for Tristan Buring. Peronace will throw in, and a fastball is called to strike at the bottom of the zone. Buring from Whitman College, originally located in Seattle, Washington. 0-1 heater, swung on and missed, and Peronace is dominating this inning. Just getting in there and throwing strikes. The name of the game. 0-2, way outside. You had the belief of maybe a potential immaculate inning for a moment with 5 strikes, but the ball ruins that thought. Buring in the second was hit by a pitch. 1-2 fastball fouled away. Peronace, the definition of a clubhouse guy. Even in his limited time in Bend, you can already see those relationships forming just because of the extroverted nature of his personality. And seeing a guy like him succeed, everybody's pleased by. 1-2 fastball tapped off the foot of Buring. Stay alive. It popped off the front foot into fair territory, so Elks were hoping that maybe Owen Naparalski wouldn't notice it and it would stay in play. But instead, we do it again. Peronace, 1-2. Fastball popped up. Shallow left field, falling fast and foul. Sasidko gave it a chase. Mateus Smith on top of it, says foul, and it was by multiple feet. This Victoria crowd's still waiting to pop. They've just had 1 hit, despite scoring 3 runs. And they got accustomed to these major offensive outbursts the last couple of nights. 1-2. Fouled away. Buring, such a tough out. Will stay alive. He had an at-bat a night ago in the 6th inning, which really defined his approach. Shortened up with the runner on second and 2 outs and just flipped the ball up the middle. 1-2 slider, got him swinging. Or no, he didn't. Fouled away. From our angle, it looked like that was strike 3, but just got a piece and hit it directly downward where Smith couldn't catch it. Peronace is 1-2. He got him this time on a slider away. Confirmed. And 2 Ks in a row for Chris Peronace in the third. Six Ks for this Elk staff. Peronace, his slider misses up. Lopez struck out in the 2nd inning. One 0. Fastball called a strike. And although Chris Peronace has thrown a lot of strikes. The pitch count has ticked up already over 30 pitches. 1-1. Fastball grounded to the glove side of Pettit. Goes to the slide. Pops up, fires to first, and got him. Showing off a strong arm at the hot corner and laughing as he heads to the dugout. A great play from BP, who in the opening game of this series made a couple errors. This time makes it look easy. The Elks by 2 runs as we go on to the 4th on Bend Elks YouTube. Carson Ackerman back out there for the 4th inning. Will face off against Isaiah Fudge, just like the HarbourCats did in the 3rd inning. First pitch fastball misses away. Elks on top 5-3. But on just 2 hits, 3 combined hits in a game that's featured 8 combined runs. So many free bases allowed. Fudge is 0 for 1. 1-0, big breaking ball misses away. The 3rd pitcher that Victoria has put on the mound, and that's a night after they threw 3 through 9 innings. It'll be much more of a bullpen effort tonight. 2-0 to Fudge, well outside. Carson Ackerman, just 5 innings pitched coming into this outing with a 3.6 ERA. 4 Ks to 1 walk. His 3-0. Gets the call at the base of the zone. If the Elks can get Fudge going, they'll be in a great spot. Committed to Tampa for next year. 3-1. Slashed foul down the third baseline. An 80-mile-per-hour fastball thrown by Ackerman. Previously at Tacoma Community College. And a two-way guy. Full count to Fudge. Ackerman delivers. Way outside, ball 4. Another walk. This is just eerily similar, and it's funny how baseball works, to that Friday night win the Elks had over the Portland Pickles on the road at Walker Stadium. And the story of that one was simply Portland telling the Elks, you can have this one tonight, because of how they weren't able to throw strikes. And Victoria's struggling with that here. Batter's Troy Sanders takes a fastball down. That was on June the 26th. The Elks won 6-3, game 24 of the season. 1-0 from Ackerman. Fastball line into left center field, falling down for a base hit. Fudge moves up to second, and the throw comes in from the center fielder past the cutoff man, but Troy Sanders keeps on hitting. Runners on first and second with nobody out. The batter's Isaac Pfeiffer. This will be the ultimate test for the Elks to see how aggressive are you with bunting if Isaac Pfeiffer squares. Ackerman comes set and fires. He does square, pulls back and takes a strike. There has been a clear emphasis from the moment, first game back for Alan Cox, to say, we're going back to my old school roots of playing baseball, and we're going to do the whole small ball thing. Ackerman's 0-1. Goes to the big off speed, then misses in. Isaac Pfeiffer having a good day at the dish. An RBI ground out and a single. Fudge on second, Sanders on first in the top of the fourth. Nobody out. Foot traffic for Carson Ackerman. His pitch is a slider that misses away, and it kicks off Lopez. Far to his right, Fudge and Sanders both move up a base. And there's two runners in scoring position. So whether it's the wild pitch, the walk, the hit by pitch, the air, everything on the wrong side of what you want to do in baseball, both teams are struggling with. This is about as sloppy as a game can get. Corners creeping in, middle infielders staying back. The pitch is a fastball that misses away. 3-1. Carson Ackerman trying to use that sinker on the outside corner. But man, he can't find it. 3-1, fastball misses away, ball 4. This is becoming an effort from the Elks where they barely have to get the bat off their shoulders, and they're still in a good spot. Just walks alone. That is walk number 9 for Victoria. We're still in the fourth with no outs. They're loaded for Jordan Ortiz. And the first pitch misses down. J.O. is 1 for 2 with an RBI single in the first. And he punched out looking his last time. Great chance to blow this game wide open. 1-0 to Ortiz. It's called the strike at the bottom of the zone. With Jordan Ortiz's luck and his ability in these spots to deliver, you really like him up. 1-1, fastball called the strike. But the one thing you can't do is go down looking. In this spot, have to find a way to put the ball in play. The entire batter's box draped in shadows, sun peering through, lighting up the face of the righty Carson Ackerman, who comes set from the third base side of the rubber. His 1-2, breaking ball, misses by a hair. Naparalski does not call it. Ultimately a good take for Ortiz, but a risky one. Ackerman on the 2-2. Foul tipped and past Silva. Ortiz just staying alive. Fudge, Sanders, Pfeiffer from third to first. You're up 2 now, but a base hit would do wonders and change the complexion of this game. The 2-2 again. Fastball got him swinging on a foul tip into the back of Lopez's glove. That is a brutal punch out in that spot, but can't get discouraged. Brady Pettit. Chance to pick him up. Need a ball in the outfield. Ackerman's pitch. Fastball misses down and away, and Lopez on the backhand can barely keep it in front of him. That looked like it had the makings of being a wild pitch that goes to the backstop. Brady Pettit has walked and reached on an error. That was in the third inning when the Elks scored on his hit. 1-0. Fastball well outside, 2-0. And you're to the point, if you're Pettit, where unless this thing is grooved down the middle, you can be so selective in your approach because Victoria, their struggles with command have given you that ability. 2-0 fastball misses well low, gets through the legs of Lopez, but just barely. Everybody stays put. A 3-ball count. Already 9 walks for Victoria, not counting the other free passes, the hit by pitch and the error. 3-ball counts have been a normality for the HarbourCats. Ackerman fires a fastball that's called a strike at the top of the zone. Brady Pettit was talking pregame about how he's just looking to get that swing back. And your eyes light up in a chance like this. 3-1. Fastball fouled right back off the netting. Ackerman battles back to work it full. One of the biggest pitches of this game so far coming up. Full count, bases loaded, 1 out in the top of the 4th, but the Elks cannot miss out on this opportunity. Ackerman's pitch. Fastball tapped softly up the third baseline. I don't know if there's a play. Wesley fields it, and everybody's safe. They try to backpick Sanders at third. He's there. It's 6-3, and the ball continues to bounce the Elks' way. Brady Pettit has a dribbling infield single. This game is just funky, defining summer ball at its roots. Bases still loaded. Elks now up by 3, and Deuce Sims will hit. Take a fastball on the outside corner for a strike. Infield staying back for Sims. 0-1. Way outside, it gets off the glove of Lopez. Here comes Sanders, the throw there in time. Just gets Troy Sanders, and I don't know about that one. That looked like Sanders got his hand underneath it. But Owen Naparolski was on top of the play and says that the throw from Lopez to the covering pitcher in Ackerman was out. I think if we have replay review, folks, that thing's getting overturned. But the throw was there, and usually that's half the battle. Both runners move up on the wild pitch, so a base hit from Sims would still add on. Two 2-1. Fastball misses low, gets off of Lopez, back out front. Pfeiffer's trying to go, and he's out by a whole lot. A poor base running decision from Isaac Pfeiffer, who saw a ball go off the catcher's gear of Lopez right back to the pitcher, and for some reason ran. Was out by probably 10 feet, and 2 running miscues at home cost the Elks some more runs. Unbelievable. 6-3 the score as we head to the bottom of the 4th. Elks on top. Chris Perronais still working for the Elks. 6-3 the score. And his first pitch home to Bradshaw is a perfect bunt up the third base line. It's an infield single. As the entire infield was shifted to the right for Bradshaw, he takes advantage of the overshift. And that's exactly what you should do in a situation like that. You tip your cap. A leadoff single, you call it, for Victoria. Troy Sanders was put out at home on a wild pitch where it appeared that he was safe, and then the runner after, Isaac Pfeiffer, was also thrown out as the first pitch to Brady Hewitt's fouled away. So in that last frame, back-to-back runners thrown out at home for Bend. Deuce Sims will still be up to start the next inning. That's just stuff that can't happen for the Elks. They've been a poor base running team for whatever reason in 2026. Perronais throws over to first, and back with the dive is Bradshaw. They do have 4 hits now, though. But one of the hits was Brady Pettit's infield single that was hit probably 40 miles per hour up the third baseline. Bradshaw takes off. The throw down to second's not close. It's into center field, sailing away from Fudge. Bradshaw goes all the way to third, and it's an error on Hayden Smith. Bradshaw credited with the stolen base, but an E2. These last 25 minutes of Bend Elks baseball have been disastrous, between 2 runners being thrown out at home and then the walk to the steal to the error. It just is hard to comprehend. 1-1 fastball misses away. It goes to the backstop. Here comes Bradshaw. He scores, and Hayden Smith continues to have mighty, mighty struggles. 6-4. After a single for Brian Bradshaw on a bunt, in 2 pitches he comes around to score with his own doing, a stolen base, an error, and then a wild pitch. 2-1. Called a strike on the outside corner at 82. Two. Breaking ball. Grounded to the right of Sanders. Fields it on the run. Plants his feet. Throws to first and gets Brady Hewitt. A good play by the Elks shortstop, cutting him down. And it wasn't an easy one. Top of the order, it's David Cron. Perronais. Throws a fastball in there, fouled away by Cron. Chris Perronais is able to go deeper into games. He threw over 40 innings for Glendale Community College in Arizona. So this spot is comfortable for him. 0-1. Breaking ball, check swing, but called a strike on location. 0-2. Cron has walked his first 2 times, so good to see Perronais pound the zone. His pitch is a changeup that misses low. On deck is Matt Wesley, then Logan Shepard. 6-4 Elks in the bottom of the 4th. 1 run in for Victoria as Bradshaw came around to score. Perronais delivers a breaking ball that's skied to center field, but Keaton Nato's there. He'll move to his left and make the catch. 2 outs. Perronais settling into this game. The hitter is Matt Wesley. This is exactly what you would expect in Game 3 of a series. First pitch to Wesley. Runs him off the plate at 76, jumping out of the way. meaning that both sides in their pitching has been absent. 1-0 fastball, called a strike. Bottom of the zone. Peronace in a good spot after not being so efficient in his first two frames has settled things down. 1-1 heaters up and away. Holding Matt Wesley down has been critical with his 2 strikeouts in the first and second. 2-1 home is driven deep to left field. Sasidko goes back, a courtesy jog, but it's a home run. And I think Matt Wesley on the swing might have pulled his hamstring. Oh no, that is not a good sign at all. One of the best hitters in the West Coast League is limping around the bases despite hitting a solo shot. And he might have to walk the rest of the way. He's now slowing down in between second and third. As he starts his walk home, Brady Pettit, the Elks third baseman, checking on him. That is just brutal. As soon as he left the box, he immediately grabbed his right hamstring. And he's still favoring it with a limp all the way home. 6-5 the score, but more concerned with Wesley. And a big cheer as he'll just slowly make his way to the HarbourCat dugout. Two one. Fouled right back. Or correction. First pitch to Logan Shepard. You can give up a solo shot with the lead and feel good, but Peronace got to get back in there. The fastball misses away. 2 balls and no strikes. We'll keep thinking about Wesley. The 2-0s popped up foul and out of play. That was his 4th home run of the summer. Run batted in number 18. Two one. Change up. He rings him up. Oh, called strike 3. Thought it was 2-1, but instead a punch out, and Chris Peronace gets out of the frame. It's 6-5. Elks on top after 4 innings. But a solo shot for Matt Wesley, his 4th of the year. He gets hurt rounding the bases after the swing, and I would assume will not enter, so we'll pay attention to his substitution. But we're in a good one. Game 3 of this series in Victoria. Do not go anywhere, as the 5th is coming up. Deuce Sims stepping up to start off the top of the fifth against the righty in Ackerman. Ackerman fires a fastball that runs Sims off the plate. Some defensive substitutions after the injured Matt Wesley exits on the solo home run where it looked like he pulled his hamstring. Riley Quack is the new shortstop, and Brady Hewitt has moved over to third base. The 1-0 to Sims, he swings through 1-1. But Wesley being an all-star, that just really stinks. 1-1 to Sims, fouled straight back. Wonder if that means somebody else will possibly take his spot, but Victoria had 4 total all-stars, 3 of which were hitters on their team. And we're all gearing up to play next Wednesday right here in the same park. So it does suck to see that, and we're hoping that Matt Wesley gets well quick. 1-2 breaking ball misses well up and away. Easy take from Deuce Sims. Sims is 0 for 1 with a pop out and a walk. Elks just a slim 1-run lead at the moment. 2-2. Sims strikes out and chases down and away. Ackerman gets him fishing. Hayden Smith will step in. Ackerman delivers. Fastball called a strike. Smith reluctant to pull the trigger on that one as it just got the inner third. Was hit by a pitch and it ultimately brought in a run in his last at bat. 0-1 heater, misses low. That was a part of the big free pass sequence where they couldn't find the zone at all. But Ackerman settled a tat. 1-1, grounded foul up the third base line and fielded by Malachi Beauchart just outside of the dugout. Looks like the bullpen for the Elks pretty quiet. Chris Peronace likely keep moving along. 1-2 to Smith. Takes a breaking ball outside. Smith has had his own struggles when it's come to being behind the dish tonight. But you can really make up for it with one swing of the bat. Instead, he strikes out on the 2-2. A fastball down and inside. 2 up, 2 down. And it's Keaton Nadeau. 3 of the last 4 batters for the Bend Elks have struck out. And Todd Haney has found something in Ackerman with his ability to throw strikes and get swing and miss. The pitch to Nadeau is a heater that misses low. Ackerman from Tacoma Community College, a place where Braden Jones, former Bend Elk, played last year, so we're familiar with that just from having that relation in Bend. Nadeau takes low on the 1-0. And Jones now in the transfer portal. Part of a collection of players that started the season in Bend and are now done for the summer, looking for whatever the next step in their path holds. 2-0 to Nadeau. Grounds it softly to the newly entered Quack, who boots it. You enter the ball game in baseball and it immediately finds you. Quack makes the error, and it should have been routine. But the second error tonight for Victoria might have taken a tough hop and skipped up at the last second, but still one that Quack knows he should have had. And the Elks happy because that turns it over to the top of the order. And a perfect chance for Keita Nato to maybe try and take second. With 2 outs, knowing Sasidko would be up next inning regardless. Does not go. Ackerman's pitch is a fastball that misses down. Sasidko, this is his 4th at-bat in just the 5th inning. He's reached once, a walk that came to start this game. 1-0. Fouled right back. Good timing from Sasidko. Dimitri's stoked for this All-Star game, and we're so excited for him. Coming from J. Sarah High School in Southern California. Then went to Saddleback College, the JC, and eventually committed to Coppin State. Nato goes, the 1-1 line off the glove of Ackerman. He falls off the mound, fields it, throws to first, and gets Sasidko to end the inning. Unlucky from Dimitri, who scolded that ball right up the middle. But Ackerman, just him knocking it down, which is what you're taught to do as a pitcher, gave him enough time to throw out Sasidko. Still 6-5 Elks. Bottom of the 5th when we come back on Bend Elks YouTube. Bottom of the 5th inning, Chris Peronace back to work on the mound. 6-5 the score. Elks on top. Could not add on in the 5th. It's Silva, Klein, and Buring due up as the 1-0 misses low. Silva's first time through walked and then was retired his last time. Peronace said 55 pitches. Was the first man in relief for the starter, Patrick Galvin, out of the bullpen, and immediately was tasked with getting out of a jam, which he did. Since then has been rolling along. A 3-ball count, though, to Silva now. Peronace, this is high. Ball 4 on a fastball. And the walk. Ron Klein gets to hit with the runner on base. These one-run games you just never feel comfortable in just because of the track record of the Elks this year, but also because of just how this game is gone. Peronace comes in on a fastball, misses high at 81. Klein 0 for 2 with a strikeout, swinging and one looking. One thing about Peronace is he's been attacking the strike zone. 1-0 is a slider that folds over the outside corner. He gets the call. Ron Klein, a big figure with a lot of power out of San Jose State from Renton, Washington. 1-1. Runner goes, swung on and missed. Throw down to second from Smith on one hop. Cannot be dug out by Sanders. It goes into shallow center field. And they're going to call interference on Ron Klein. They're going to call interference on Klein. And I believe home plate umpire Owen Naparalski might have called Klein out as well. He's telling Silva to go back to first, or no, it's just this at bat rolling along. So the play is essentially just nullified. It's no stolen base. He goes back to first, and we keep going. 1-2 to Klein. Misses down and away, stopped by Smith. I think from my understanding, he called Klein for interference by stepping in the way of Smith's throw, which forced Silva to go back to first. 2-2, got him swinging, and blows it by him for strike 3. But the Elks get the out regardless as Peronace throws over to first to check on Jacob Silva. That's another strikeout for this staff who's been doing a good job in that department. Throw back over, and back again is Silva. Going to get the foot traffic off the bases. A ground ball would get the Elks out of this frame. Tristan Buring, a hit by pitch and a strikeout tonight, will take a strike on the outside corner. Although Jacob Silva is a catcher over there at running at first base, playing corner outfield tonight, and stole a couple of bases yesterday. Peronace throws over to first. This time Silva was leaning, but he's back standing. Boos started to echo for a sec on the throw over by Peronace. That was his third already. As now Silva's going to take off. The 0-1's chopped to Sanders, who is covering second, has to retreat back, and the throw to first goes on one hop by Sims, all the way to the fence beyond first. To third is Silva. An error on Troy Sanders. Chris Peronace got a ground ball. It was a supposed hit and run with Silva stealing and Buring just putting a ball in play. Silva was easily going to reach base safely at second. Sanders picked it up on the run, threw to first, and Sims couldn't dig it out on a tough hop. That is the second error for the Elks tonight. 2 apiece on both sides. And Wes Harper, the Elks pitching coach, will call a mound visit on the bump with the entire infield. Dylan Lopez, the hitter, after they depart from this scrum. Tonight's catcher, Wes Harper, first year back as the full-time pitching coach with Jeff Brown, who was here last year taking the leap to the Fresno Grizzlies. Now their pitching coach, the single A affiliate of the Colorado Rockies. Wes has done a great job with this staff getting them back in check, but these last couple of games, back to the poor old ways. Lopez is 0 for 2. Peronace fires home and misses high on a fastball. At third is Silva. At first is Buring. We're in the bottom of the fifth. 1-0, 1 out. And it's 6-5 Elks, but that tying run 90 feet away. Peronace's 1-0 is well high and not close. And Alan Cox is going to go get him. In the middle of the count, Alan Cox has seen enough. And the Elks had an arm getting loose. I believe it's Hudson Chula, the recent graduate of Bishop Gorman High School in Las Vegas, who is jogging in out of the bullpen. Chris Peronace gets some high fives from his teammates, but Alan Cox did this once over the last homestand where even though if it's in the middle of a count, he says, we can't wait any longer. Although this inning was not the prettiest for Peronace, he deserves a lot of credit. Just 3 hits allowed to the HarbourCats. The staff has given up. And they've kept on fighting. Chula's got thunder out of the arm from the right side. He's got a fastball that around 94 miles per hour. Can really ramp it up. Wipeout breaking ball 2, committed to Gonzaga for next year in the WCC. And with this break, runners on the corners, and him inheriting a 2-0 count. We'll take a look at scores around the West Coast League on Thursday, July the 9th. Edmonton up 6-2 on Nanaimo, getting ready to take the series in the top of the 9th. Elks go to Nanaimo tomorrow, so they could take advantage of maybe a long travel day for the Night Owls coming back from Edmonton. You got to fly basically every time if you're playing the Riverhawks. Wenatchee and Port Angeles tied 3-3 bottom 8. Springfield on top of Walla Walla 8-3. I believe that's to take the series over the Sweets in Springfield. Top 7. Kamloops is trailing Kelowna 3-2, top 9. Ridgefield looking to avoid the sweep over the Pippins, up 7-3 in the top of the 6th. Bellingham over Bombat Northwest in a non-league 5-2. And Corvallis 10-2 over the Portland Pickles. If that lead and Corvallis on top holds, they will take the series. Hudson Chula will throw over to check on Buring, who's back safely with the dive. Buring will go. Has some speed. Hudson Chula, though, a guy the Elks trust in this spot. Comes set and comes in on a fastball that's fouled off the foot of Lopez at 93. He was softballing it a little bit in warm-up, such as 87, getting his arm loose. But he really can let it rip. He's only thrown 1 inning with the Elks where he struck out 2 and walked 1. But we were ultra impressed. 2-1. Buring bluffs the steal but will stay at first. This is the tough thing about entering in a 2-0 count, is he's only thrown 1 ball and 1 strike. And it's immediately a get-it-in situation. 3-1, 1 out with runners on the corners. Chula delivers a fastball that's skied to right center field. Nato ranging over. He'll make the catch. Tagging at third is Silva. Nato's throw goes all the way home up the line. Silva slides in safely. No tag applied. And the game is tied at 6. They're going to check to see if Silva left early. And Owen Naparalski says he did not. A successful sacrifice fly. And an RBI for Dylan Lopez. Brian Bradshaw, the batter from the left side. Chula fires in a fastball that misses down and away. Bradshaw's been a thorn in the Elks' side in the 8-hole all series long, extending this lineup. Chula's 1-0. Swung on and foul tipped into the catcher's mitt, 1-1. Elks started off this game with a 2 spot, but it has gone back and forth since, and now we sit in the 5th inning. Tied at 6. A good one here on Thursday night. 1-1 misses down and away, stopped by Smith. Two hits for Bradshaw. RBI single, and then had a single on a bunt. Throw back to first to look at Buehring, who's back with a dive. Chula comes set. It's 2-1. Fastball popped up. Shallow center field. Nato got a late jump, and it dunks in front of him. He then loses it past the bare hand. Buehring races all the way to third. Runners on the corners on the bloop single. And Brian Bradshaw stays red hot. Magic working on his side. 3 singles. The 9-hole hitter, Brady Hewitt, stepping in. Hudson Chula can't get discouraged at all. He's gotten some soft contact that just hasn't really gone his way. Pitch to Hewitt. Filthy sweep. Misses down and away. Hewitt walked and grounded out so far in this game. Keeping this game tied is critical. Chula's 1-0. Heater misses in, and taking second is Brian Bradshaw on the delayed steal. No throw by Smith. Malin Cox getting frustrated with the backstop and Smith. His tough night defensively continues. Chula back in the windup. 2-0 fastball called a strike. Smith can't squeeze it, and it goes just by him onto the grass. Cox barking at Smith saying, "Let's go, we need more out of you." Chula out of the windup can get even more consistent velocity. 2-1 fastball misses low, dug out by Smith. 3-1 it is, and yes, an open base on first, but David Cron on deck. A guy you don't want to face. The pitch. Fastball popped up. Left center field in the park. Nato moving over. He reaches up and makes the catch, and a great job by Hudson Chula getting out of the inning, only allowing a run. It could have been worse. 2 runners in scoring position, but they don't come in to score. It is 6-6 now. All knotted up on Bend Elks YouTube. Do not go anywhere in Game 3 of this series. Carson Ackerman still on the mound for the HarbourCats, and Isaiah Fudge for the third time tonight will lead off an inning for the Elks in this 6-6 tie. Ackerman's pitch to Fudge is popped up foul and out of play, and giving it a look is Hewitt as it sails out. Fudge is 0 for 3 tonight. He punched out in the third inning, but a pair of walks have gotten him on base. A lot of base on balls for this Elks offense. 0-1. Called a strike on the outer third, 0-2. Fudge, Sanders, and Pfeiffer, the heart of this Elks order, looking to get back on top. Despite the 12 combined runs tonight, just 8 combined hits. 0-2. And if you're a fan of something that is visually pleasing on the box score, well, you got it. 6 runs to 6 runs, 4 hits to 4 hits, 2 errors to 2 errors. It is identical all the way across the board. 1-2. Fastball grounded sharply but on the ground to the second baseman, Cron. He fields and throws to first. 1 out. So Fudge put away. That will bring up Troy Sanders. Sanders has had a great day at the dish, and it hasn't been the same slug or the bop that we're used to seeing with him, but a sac, bunt, a walk, and a single. All positive contributions. Ackerman delivers. Big breaking ball called a strike. Sanders was hoping to hear his name called for that All-Star game. Tied for second in the league in homers, but will not be heading there, barring unforeseen circumstance. 0-1 back to the big off speed, and at 74 miles per hour, Ackerman is freezing Troy Sanders. With him behind, he has to protect. Has found his rhythm. Has Carson Ackerman. As time is called from Troy Sanders, who will step out and refocus. Finally starting to get dark, just past 9 o'clock here in Victoria. Long game ensuing just in the 6th. 0-2. Fastball fouled off of Sanders in the box. Have a slight grimace as he walks out of it. Ever since Troy Sanders committed to Bethune-Cookman in Florida, he has hit another level with his play on the field. And whether that's comfort or just by simple coincidence, it has been a welcome sight. 0-2, he strikes out this time though. And Carson Ackerman went to the same big breaking ball, 3 straight pitches. Troy Sanders couldn't adjust. That is 4 Ks tonight for Carson Ackerman. And it brings up Isaac Pfeiffer. Nobody on in the top of this 6th. Ackerman's pitch. Back to that breaking ball, well away. Wise decision from Alan Cox and company to put Isaac Pfeiffer in the cleanup spot tonight because he's got himself an RBI, a single, and a walk. 1-0. Called a strike. Isaac Pfeiffer was wearing batting gloves for the first couple of weeks of the season and no longer. Getting the real feel of the bat from the right side. 1-1. This is down and away. Elks offense has been pretty stagnant tonight. You've had Victoria give them rallies thanks to their own wrongdoing, but the Elks haven't slugged at all. 2-1 curveball. Missed somewhere. I'm not sure where. I think just a bit high. 3 balls and 1 strike. Tough to tell height from up here in the press box. Pfeiffer in a hitter's count. Looking for 1 pitch to crush. 3-1 fastball called a strike on the outside corner. It's a full count. On deck, Jordan Ortiz, then Brady Pettit. Deep breath on the 3-2. Fastball, grounded, up the third base line off the umpire. So unfortunate for the Elks, it's a hit. But that would have gone all the way to the corner and probably been a double. That just encapsulates the Elks season. A bouncer that goes past the third baseman in Brady Hewitt, and it hits off Mateus Smith, the umpire, dying lifelessly on the lip of the grass in the dirt. And instead of the Elks having a runner in scoring position, it's just a runner at first. Jordan Ortiz hits and takes a fastball down and away. Mateus Smith just couldn't get out of the way. Long pause from Ackerman. The 1-0 to Ortiz. In tight, it hit him on the back. And the Elks, a 2-out rally, starting to matriculate. See how long the leash is for Todd Haney with his righty Carson Ackerman. That just in the last 2 batters, not been able to find the zone as frequently. So Brady Pettit will get to hit, has reached in all 3 plate appearances. Ackerman fires. A fastball that's popped up beyond first base, in foul territory. Klein going back. Pettit's retired on 1 pitch, and that'll end the inning. After a rally began, that is a frustrating way for it to end on just 1 pitch, as Pettit missed a ball that caught a lot of the strike zone. We're going to get some substitutions. Looks like Marcus Galvin in full catcher's gear is starting to make his way out behind the squat. I think Caden Smith might be out of this game, and because of those defensive struggles, Alan Cox is going to the bench. Hudson Shula, another inning of work when we come back. Bottom of the 6th. It's 6-6 here at Royal Athletic Park. Hudson Chula will work another inning to a new catcher in Marcus Galvin. Batter is David Cron, and Chula's first pitch sweeper at 77 gets the bottom of the zone. Tied at 6-6 in the bottom of the 6th inning. 0-1. Sweeper misses down and away. Cron, Wesley, Shepard, top of the Victoria order. Crazy enough, I know there's been 12 runs scored as the fastball misses low. But this might be the stat of the night. 12 runs scored, only one extra base hit combined for both teams. 2-1. In tight, it almost hit Cron, who had to move out of the way. And that lone extra base hit was the solo home run by Matt Wesley, who's since been out of the game. So correction on that, it's Cron and then Quack after him, with Shepard being the batter to follow. 3-1 fastball called a strike. But I can't get over that. 12 combined runs, one extra base hit. The Elks have 0 and have 6 runs. Chula winds on the 3-2. It's fouled right back. Cron catching up with 92 miles per hour.
1598, thank you.
Official attendance for tonight, 1,598 on this Thursday. Awesome night here at the yard, and for all these fans that have attended, a close one. 3-2 again. Fastball, got him swinging, and Chula blows the doors off up top at 93 for his first strikeout. That is what you can do when you have the ability to throw as hard as Chula does, is trust that fastball in any count, and he does so there. So Riley Quack, his first plate appearance in for the injured Matt Wesley. Take a sweeper away. Quack made that error a few innings ago from British Columbia. 1-0. Fastball check swing at the top of the zone. A peel down to Blaise LeVay. Says he didn't go. Getting loose now in the bullpen for the Elks is Jackson Ashley. This could be a tandem that Gonzaga Bulldog fans can get used to. 2-0 fastball, check swing up and in. And Blaise LeVay says he didn't go. 3-0. Both Chula and Ashley the one warming up in the bullpen, committed to Gonzaga. Both entering their freshman years. As the 3-0 from Chula is well down and away. And it's a 4-pitch walk to Riley Quack in his first at-bat. Logan Shepard's going to hit. 10 free passes given up for these Elks. Throw over to check on Quack, who's back with a dive. The sole reason why this game is slowly edging along. Pitch home to Shepard is swung on and missed at the top of the zone. 0-1. We're in the bottom of the 6th. Runner on first. 0-1, 1 out. Logan Shepard is 0 for 2 with a sacrifice fly for an RBI. Throw over to check on the runner in Quack, who's back with the dive. Shepard's got the power. Saw it last night on the long home run out to left field. Chula's 0-1. Off speed, called a strike, and a filthy sweeper. From up here at the top of the press box, you get a true sign of what the movement from a pitcher looks like. And Chula has as much movement as we've seen. 0-2. Fastball inside at 92. Tough take for Shepard with 2 strikes, but he does so. Ashley almost ready in the bullpen to back up Chula. They've got all their big dogs ready to try to scratch across a win. 1-2. Sweeper misses down and away. Good stop from Galvin. With as many struggles as Hayden Smith had behind the dish, Marcus Galvin is outstanding defensively. He's established himself as the best at that position for the Elks this summer. Off of first is Quack. 2-2. Fastball got him swinging at the bottom of the zone. And Shepard chases 90 low. The second K of the inning. Two outs for Jacob Silva. Silva's walked a couple of times, was retired once. Chula throws his sweeper and misses low. (18-5) the score in game 1 of this series, a 5-0 shutout yesterday. And now tonight, neck and neck. Chula throws to look at Quack, who's back with a dive. Jacob Silva, a dangerous switch-hitting threat. Ashley could be ready for the lefty on deck and Roan Klein. 1-0. Fastball driven deep to center field. Nato going back all the way to the track, and he makes the catch. A ball that was hit really well stays in the park. And to the deepest part of the yard, Nato has room. Hudson Chula gets out of the 6th without allowing a run. We will go to the 7th inning. Still tied at 6 on Bend Elks YouTube. Do not go anywhere. A good finish, the latter stages, when we return. Top of the 7th inning, Tyler Franklin, the right-hander, in for Victoria to face a pinch hitter in Eli Pupo, who swings through the fastball on the outer third. It's Pupo, Galvin, and Keaton Nato, 7, 8, and 9. Galvin just came in for Smith. This is Pupo's first at-bat, in for Deuce Sims. 0-1, squares to bunt, and it goes by his bat. into the catcher's mitt, 0-2. Taylor Franklin, 6'4", 200-pounder. Pupo got a battle. 0-2. Misses down and away. 3 innings for Taylor Franklin. A 0 ERA, has not given up a run. Pupo, the Redmond, Oregon native. First off the bench in the box as the 1-2 misses away. Franklin from George Fox University in Newburgh, Oregon, and now in Victoria. Was also with the HarbourCats 2 summers ago. 2-2. Got him swinging on a fastball up and away. Pupo punches out on 86. Although the Elks haven't struck out as much tonight, that's still their 8th K. If you're doing quick math, that's 41 Ks in the last 3 days. 1 out for Marcus Galvin. Fastball fouled away. 15 on Tuesday, 18 yesterday, and 8 so far tonight. Math not the easiest thing for a journalism student, but I think I got that one. 0-1 to Galvin. Fouled away down the left field line. This is Marcus's first at bat, coming in for Hayden Smith on defense. Smith punched out twice. Hit by pitch in the 3rd. But Galvin in for his defense. You're hoping the bat can come along. Not here, though, as he strikes out on 3 pitches. Troy Franklin is coming out of the bullpen and is immediately getting swing and miss. 2 gone for Keaton Nadeau. The wind has died down in left field. The Canada flag to the left of the American flag, and both of those separated by the scoreboard. The Canadian flag has some movement to it, the U.S. flag limp, as the first pitch is called a strike to Nadeau. Those have been roaring outwards, making it a hitter's ballpark for righties, but that's stopped. Now starting to pick up a tad more. Nadeau's reached 3 times, hasn't recorded a hit, as the 0-1 misses low. 2 walks and then reached on an error. You can just get him up in a tie game. That's a positive, with Dmitry Sasidko waiting on deck. Franklin only working out of the stretch. 1-1. Fastball grounded. Gloved by the 3rd baseman in Hewitt, but it's foul. Keaton Nadeau was hoping that was fair, because that would have been an impossible play for Hewitt near the bag and just beyond it, with the speed of Keaton to fire it across his body and keep his body controlled. Instead, the slow walk back for Keaton Nadeau to the box. Nadeau will reapply the elbow guard and step back in the box. Last time that Troy Franklin worked was 3 innings that he threw against Kelowna on the 4th, his lone appearance. 1-2, curveball called strike 3. Keaton Nadeau gets frozen. The Elks go down in order, all by way of the K, and Nadeau down looking. It's stretch time in Victoria. 6-6 the score, and we're back in a few. Ron Klein will start off this inning against the left-hander, Jackson Ashley. And Ashley will fire in a whippy breaking ball. Klein, Buring, and Lopez do up this inning against the Gonzaga commit. 0-1. Back to the breaking ball, and Klein is way out in front. Jackson Ashley has, simply put, been the most dominant reliever for the Elks. 7 innings, no runs allowed, 6 Ks to 1 walk. And just growing into himself. Always think when watching him what he's going to be one day. 0-2 curveball popped up. Shallow right field. Fudge going out. He's got a beat on it, and he'll make the two-handed catch. Also a new first baseman into this ballgame. Eli Pupo pinch hit for Deuce Sims, and then Pupo not a first baseman. Cam Beck's in for him defensively. Now over there at first. One out for Tristan Buring. 2 lefties up this inning, so a good time to go to Ash as the fastball misses up and in. Still all tied at 6s. Elks tomorrow will make their way to Nanaimo for 3-game weekend series before make-up doubleheader on Monday night in Portland. 1-0 breaking ball gets the call. And it was such a filthy pitch. It finished in the middle of the strike zone, but Buring ducked all the way out of the way of it like he was going to get hit. 1-1. Back to it, and Buring takes. It is a sweeping-esque curveball. And Ashley can just keep throwing it because these HarbourCats cannot pick it up. Out of the stretch, the pitch. Got him! Chasing down and away. Galvin cleans it up. His throw down to first. In time on the drop third. Jackson Ashley, this is jaw-dropping. The thing about Ashley, too, is he's going to work fast. So if he's got things going, he can fan a hitter in a matter of moments, just like he did to Buring. 2 outs to Dylan Lopez, and time is called. New ball thrown back out to Ashley. Dylan Lopez 0 for 3, had himself sac fly RBI in his last at-bat as take outside. From St. Mary's College of California, so the Bulldog versus the Gale as the 1-0 heater misses down, a rivalry that is potent in the West Coast Conference. Gets a berth in summer ball between these two. Ashley's 2-0. Fastball misses low. That's a one that up here looked like, don't really know where it missed, but must have missed somewhere. The pitch. Misses low, ball 4. Lopez walks. And a 2-out walk is always one that hurts. You got to pitch through it, and you got to face the potent and dominant Brian Bradshaw. Bradshaw, though, hasn't had to face a filthy lefty like Ashley yet, but he's 3 for 3 with 3 singles. Ashley goes to the off-speed and misses. Bottom of the 7th inning. 1-0 count with 2 outs. 6-6 the score. Just 9 combined hits. But a runner on first after the 2-out walk in Dylan Lopez. 1-0. Fastball in tight. That awfully close. Wondering where it missed according to Owen Naparalski. Time is called as Galvin will head out to chat with Ashley. A good time to do it. Having a veteran catcher and Marcus Galvin being at Grand Canyon for the last couple of years in a moment like this where you need strikes and you need them in a big way, it's critical. Jared Robles is getting warmed up for the Elks in the bullpen. The hard-throwing, filthy righty that made a case to be an all-star in his own right. Naparalski will go and break up the mound visit between Ashley and Galvin, and they'll depart. But just considering that, Robles at times has been asked to get 6-out saves, so it's not out of the question to bring him in a spot like this. I wonder how long that leash will look for Ashley. After Bradshaw, it's a righty and Hewitt, and then righty Rowe with 4 in a row. 2-0. Fastball right down Broadway. And called a strike. Left on left, Brian Bradshaw, an ever dangerous threat, even towards the bottom of the order. 2-1 off speed, misses low, and caught up in between first and second for a moment is Lopez, but he scampers back as the throw by Galvin went down to second. And Lopez thought he was going to take off for second on a wild pitch. He did have the time, though, to sprint on his horse back and get there safely. 3-1 with 2 outs to Bradshaw. Ashley fires. Called a strike, maybe a gift by Naparalski. A lot of width on the outer third. Ashley will take it. Gets him back into the count in a big spot. And an action pitch incoming. Full count, 2 outs. On first is Lopez. The pitch. Grounded. High chopper to Pettit at third. Ranging to his left. Throw to first. Elks are out of the inning. Resilience shown by Jackson Ashley. Brady Pettit, ultra steady at third. To the 8th. 6-6 the score on Bend Elks YouTube in a nail-biter. Top of the 8th inning. Elks and HarbourCats all tied at 6. Dimitri Sisidko will lead off this frame and swing and miss at a breaking ball out of Taylor Franklin's hand. Jackson Ashley, despite the 2-out walk in the bottom of the 7th, was able to get through it and keep this game knotted up. Sisidko 0 for 3 tonight with a walk. 0-1. Squares to bunt, gets it down, a drag up the third base line. It stays fair. Fielded by Hewitt. His throw to first is late. A sneak attack bunt from Sisidko. Perfect. And it's a leadoff single. That's another way to get that batting average back up if you're Dimitri. How about that? That small ball is what's going to separate these Elks from getting back on track. Sisidko on first for Fudge. The pitch. Swung on and missed. Thank you all for joining us tonight on Bend Elks YouTube. Great night to have you with us as we continue this road trip in British Columbia. Sisidko will go at first. He's got speed. 0-1. Curveball. Called a strike on the outer third. Fudge tonight, a couple of walks. Strikeout and a ground out. Sisidko has stolen 8 bases on the summer. Might be a time to test it, but you also don't want to take the bat out of Isaiah Fudge's hands. Here's the pitch. Way outside on a breaking ball, and Taylor Franklin almost disgusted with himself on where that finished. Troy Sanders on deck. The Elks home run leader. Franklin peeks over his shoulder, now comes set. 1-2. Fudge chases strike 3. A fastball way outside of the zone, and he still swings at it, completely fooled. Big first out for Taylor Franklin. Bringing up Troy Sanders. Alan Cox giving his signs just outside of the dugout. Johnny Kemp, the third base coach. Hendra Brown, the first base coach. Pitch to Sanders is popped up on the first pitch, just beyond home plate. Lopez is there. He makes the one-handed catch, and there's 2 outs. The guy you wanted up in that spot is retired on the first pitch he sees. His eyes lit up on a pitch that got a lot of the zone, but he was just underneath it. Now it's Isaac Pfeiffer, still 6-6 in the top of the 8th. 2 outs, runner on first in Sisidko. Franklin fires. Fouled back from Pfeiffer. I mean, with 2 outs now, it gives even more of a reason to send Sisidko. Give Pfeiffer a chance to knock in the go-ahead run. Sisidko does go. 0-1, misses outside. Throw down to second is perfect. The tag applied. And that'll end the inning. Dylan Lopez has thrown out 2 Elks runners at second tonight. Another great throw. And you don't fault the Elks one bit for sending Sisidko in that spot. It was the right choice. If you look back at where it went wrong in that inning, instead it was the Fudge K and the Sanders pop out on the first pitch to kill all momentum. Bottom 8 after this on Bend Elks YouTube, 6-6 the score. And while we have you here, if you're an ad-free Elks Streams member, make sure you are watching on the separate members-only stream, not the public one. It is the same live game broadcast, just on a separate YouTube stream with the ads turned off. To watch ad-free, go to the Bend Elks YouTube channel, find tonight's stream labeled members-only ad-free stream, and open that one. If you're not a member yet, hit the join button on the Bend Elks YouTube channel and choose ad-free Elks streams to support the broadcast and watch without YouTube ads. Jared Robles will come in. He'll likely go 2 innings based on trends that we've seen from him recently. We'll step aside, let him warm up, and be back after this. Bottom of the 8th inning, Jared Robles in out of the bullpen to face Brady Hewitt. And the first pitch will miss down and away. Hewitt then the top of the order, 9-1-2. In a game that's all tied at 6. Wes Harper and this entire coaching staff has leaned on Robles in these spots. 1-0 fastball misses down. The righty out of East LA went to Cal State Los Angeles and now in the transfer portal. 3.86 ERA and 16 1/3. 19 Ks to 11 walks. 2-0. Fastball misses down and away. 3 balls and no strikes. (3-0). Call the strike. Hewitt is 0 for 2 with a walk. This crowd waiting on the edge of their seat. 3-1 fastball, tapped, foul. Hewitt will keep on battling. Really want to get this leadoff guy with the guys coming up. Robles looks in with his baby blue glove, shaking off Galvin, and now getting the sign. The wind and the full count to Hewitt. Popped up, foul, and out of play down the right field line. Almost everybody sticking around for the end of this contest between these two foes. The Elks in dire need of a win. 12-18 their record, losers of 3 straight. Victoria just got back to 500. Defense playing Hewitt straight up. The pitch. Outside, ball 4. And Robles looks up to the sky, kicking himself, knowing that he needed to come into the 9-hole batter. Instead, it's a leadoff walk. And David Cron will hit. Cron 0 for 4 with a couple of walks tonight. Struck out back in the 6th. Hewitt could go with his speed. Robles fires. Cron squares to bunt, pulls back, takes high, snap throw down to first. Back in time is Hewitt. This is almost surely going to be a bunt for David Cron. But although you understand it on Victoria's side, Cron, one of the best hitters for the HarbourCats. Last time that Jared Robles worked was back against Yakima. 1-0. Cron doesn't square this time, but he pops one up. Pettit was playing in at third. Sanders sprinting over from short and catching it deep in the alleyway. Throws back to first to try to double up the runner. But Troy Sanders saves the day. Brady Pettit was in on the grass anticipating a cron bunt. He popped it up beyond Pettit. Sanders sprinted near the line, had to go a long way, and made the catch. Not only does Sanders do it with the bat, but that time with the glove. July the 3rd, when Robles went 1 inning against Yakima, was his last appearance. As his first pitch to Riley Quack is called a strike. Quack came in for the injured Matt Wesley, who's still in the bottom of the 8th inning, possesses the lone extra base hit of the game. It was a solo shot. Quack walked in his first at-bat. Taking off is Hewitt on the pitch. It's popped up. Hewitt now has to sprint back to first. Pettit's near the line. He makes the catch. And 2 outs. Jared Robles, resilient after the leadoff walk, getting back-to-back pop-outs. 2 gone. Logan Shepard digs in. Bottom 8th, the runner on first, still Hewitt. 6-6 the score. Robles' pitch. A fastball that's popped up. How about 3 pop-outs in 1 inning? Isaiah Fudge circling underneath and makes the catch at second. And Jared Robles battles through some misfortune to start the inning and gets himself a 0, a big one in the 8th. We will go to the 9th inning, all knotted up at 6 on the Bend Elks YouTube page. Isaac Pfeiffer will start off the top of the 9th inning for the Elks against the righty. Taylor Franklin still going. His first pitch to Fife. Swung on and missed as the legs come out of that swing, just fanning on the breaking ball. Pfeiffer, Ortiz, and Pettit. 6-6 the score. Still a good crowd sticking around. 0-1 to Pfeiffer, misses down, approaching 10 p.m. local time, and going to ultimately be one of the final games on the West Coast League scoreboard. Still going. We'll take you around the league in a bit. 1-1. Pfeiffer chases down, and it's 1-2. Isaac Pfeiffer grounded out, an RBI in the first, and has had a good day with a pair of singles since, along with a walk. Franklin just out of the stretch. Is 1-2. Misses low on a fastball. Lopez popped out of the squat because he thought he had strike 3. Pfeiffer fortunately staying alive. 2-2. Fastball sprayed foul. Watch out down there as it hits off the top deck lounge here at Royal Athletic Park. And a scramble for it for the kids. Somebody gets a ball. Isaac Pfeiffer, they gave him the confidence, putting him in the cleanup spot. Now looking to deliver. 2-2 breaking ball. Called strike 3 on the inside corner. Pfeiffer kicking himself, and Johnny Kemp telling Fife, you need to get the bat off your shoulders. These Elks last night had 18 Ks, 10 of which were looking. And although they haven't struck out a lot for the duration of this game, the last couple of innings has been signs of that. Still 11 Ks now tonight. The batter's Jordan Ortiz. Curveball called a strike on the first pitch. Brady Pettit waiting on deck. You just need to get yourselves a base runner. For Victoria due up in the bottom of the ninth, it'll be hitters 4, 5, and 6. 0-1 to J.O. Curveball swung on and missed. And the Elks just can't adjust to Taylor Franklin's breaking ball. He just continues to throw it time and time again. Elks not catching up. Ortiz waggles the bat from the right side. The 0-2. Ortiz pops it up, foul and out of play, will stay alive. Back in the first inning, Jordan Ortiz had a bloop RBI single that at the time gave the Elks a 2-0 lead. But while Bend has taken advantage of the free passes from Victoria's side, the offense has been quiet. 2-strike pitch, a fastball, misses high. It's 1-2. Last free pass for Victoria was the hit by pitch to Jordan Ortiz in the 6th. Although that was a storyline for the beginning of this game, they've put it to the side. 1-2 curveball, got him swinging. Ortiz just missed a pitch in the middle of the zone. 2 strikeouts to start the ninth. Batter's Brady Pettit. Has power in the bat. If he can just unload on a ball, change the game. First pitch home is a fastball that misses up. Brady Pettit's made some nice plays over there at third defensively tonight. Had an RBI single on a dribbler up the third baseline in the 4th. There's 1-0. Fastball flipped into shallow right and down for a base hit with some side spin. Pettit's going to hit first and slam on the brakes. A wise decision to stay at first as Bradshaw picks it up and right. The second hit of the night for Brady Pettit, and both not hit particularly hard. Cam Beck, who took over for Deuce Sims, will be the batter. The pitch. Curveball misses away by a hair. No oblige from Owen Naparalski. Pettit on first, not a threat to go in a spot like this. Just an average lead off of there. Beck's got the power. Just has to make the contact here. 1-0. Curveball called a strike. Sims exited for Eli Pupo, and then Beck came in defensively for Pupo. So this is Cam's first at-bat. 1-1. Swung on and missed. Beck is late and just swings through a pitch right down the heart of the plate. Cam Beck last night had a golden sombrero with 2 strikeouts swinging, or rather a hat trick, and then Sims came in the same spot and also punched out, but he struggled with the strikeout. 1-2, and punches out again. Striking out the side is Franklin, the righty. Victoria will look to walk off the Elks and complete the sweep when we come back on Bend Elks YouTube. But until then, we'll take one final look around the West Coast League for tonight. Jared Robles is going to enter for the 9th inning. Just looking to get a 0 to keep this game alive, send it to extras. Will begin his warm-up pitches. Now take a look. Edmonton finished off the job against Nanaimo, 6-4 the final there. Wenatchee beat Port Angeles 5-3. How about Springfield, 11-5 the final over Walla Walla? That's a good series win for the bottom team in the West Coast League South. I believe they won the series. Yeah, they won last night 5-3, and then tonight get it done. Kelowna beat Kamloops 3-2. Wow. The Yakima Valley Pippins, who have won the first 2 games of the series over Ridgefield when we checked last, were, I believe, down by 5 runs. It's now tied 8-8 in the top of the 9th inning. Bellingham on top of Bombat Northwest. They won it 5-2 in the non-league. And then Corvallis in the top of the 8th against the Portland Pickles, on the brink of victory to take that series. But the task at hand is here in Victoria, British Columbia.
So they just did a switcheroo, so Buring is up there. Silva's in center and Rochester. So they just did a whole swappy thing.
Robles will face a new batter for Jacob Silva. This is Marcus Nolan, the outfielder. And he'll face Jared Robles, the pitch. Fastball skips in for a ball. This is interesting from Todd Haney to bring in Nolan in this spot, because this would be Silva, who's a left-handed bat. 1-0 breaking ball misses down and away, so I wonder if there's maybe an injury, but what also would make sense is Marcus Nolan was that defensive replacement we were wondering about to get another good outfielder. 2-0, Nolan pops it up. Shallow right field. Racing in is Pfeiffer. He's underneath it and makes the one-handed catch. One out for Roan Klein. Robles gets the quick opening out of this inning. Robles fires. Heater then misses away. Roan Klein a hat trick tonight, 0 for 4. Playing him straight up is the defense. This is Robles' 2nd inning of work, which has now become a regularity. 1-0 fastball, popped up, foul, and out of play near the rooftop patio down the left field line. This is Tristan Buring waiting on deck, and then after him would be Dylan Lopez. 6-6 in the bottom of the 9th. Robles out of the stretch. It is 1-1. Fastball swung on and missed by Klein, and he's looking to avoid the dreaded golden sombrero tonight. Already has punched out 3 times. We know the power he's got, though. An opening night of this series, he hit a long home run to deep right field. The 1-2. Chopped foul up the first base line, and staying alive is Klein. A right-hander getting loose for Victoria in the bullpen. So plans for Todd Haney if this game does go extra innings. Everybody as even as possible for Klein, who can hit to all fields. Just past 10 o'clock local time. Robles is 1-2. Breaking ball misses low, and a great take from Klein. It was 77 with some break straight down. A hammer that Klein wisely held up on. 2-2. Popped up to the left of home plate. Foul territory. Galvin makes the two-handed catch out of the squat. There's 2 outs. And the final chance in the bottom of the 9th will be Tristan Buring. Yes, Jared Robles has had some rough starts, but if there's one guy you'd ask Wes Harper, the pitching coach, to call on, it's him every time. Tristan Buring will take a filthy breaking ball for a strike. Buring is struck out a couple of times as he fouls away the 0-1, 0-2. Jared Robles, efficient this frame. 1 strike away from getting out of it. Bottom 9, 0-2, 2 outs, 6-6 the score. Elks have 7 hits to just 4 from Victoria. Now Robles misses up and away on a fastball. Velo down a bit. That one at 83. Could have also been a changeup that got away from him. 1-2. Popped up foul and out of play, and Tristan Buring will keep on fighting. As tough of an out as you're going to get, because he never goes away without a fight. Timely 2-strike hit in yesterday's game, and he does it on a consistent basis. You can get Buring on, you have speed on the paths. Robles is 1-2. Fouled away. Buring always will keep on going. There's a reason why he's one of the best hitters in the West Coast League. In average, it was 2nd in the league entering this game. His 1-2. Breaking ball grounded to Fudge. Ranging to his left. It goes through his legs. Isaiah Fudge with another error. His struggles at second base cannot be overstated. And it's so peculiar from the former D2 All-American. A nonchalant nature to fielding that ground ball as it goes through the 5-hole on a short hop. And the winning run with speed is on first in Tristan Buring. The hitter's Dylan Lopez. Robles fires. Fastball cold to strike on the outside corner. Lopez walked his last time through. Robles is 0-1. Off-speed miss is away. Lopez obviously a threat, and this bottom of the order has been good in timely moments with the bat. For Robles, he got out number 3, and now you got to get out number 4 after the error. Tough task for the closer in his second inning of work. 1-1, check swing, he went around. It's 1-2 on a ball that skipped in the dirt. And Robles moves to that same spot he was just at. 1 strike away from getting out of this inning. Lopez's second summer here in Victoria and longing for the signature spot. The 1-2, fastball popped up. Foul territory. Cam Beckett first, ranging near the box. He reaches up and makes the catch, and the Elks get out of the inning. Extra innings tonight in Victoria in the final game of this 3-game series as Jared Robles with 2 innings of shutout baseball. Buckle up. Still a lot to be decided right here on Bend Elks YouTube when we come back. Marcus Galvin will start off this 10th inning and take a strike from the new arm, number 53 in white on the bump. With how extra innings work in the West Coast League, you get runners on first and second with nobody out. Here in the 10th, Galvin squares to bunt. The 0-1 pulls it back, slashes, and fouls it up the first baseline.
So there's 2 strikes on
It would be Pettit and Beck as the 2 runners, but there's pinch runners. Julian Unai is the runner at second, number 3, and at first is Rowan O'Connor, number 38. 0-2 to Galvin. In tight, it hit him. The bases are loaded, and yes, it'll hurt momentarily for Marcus, but he'll willingly limp down to first with the bases loaded and nobody out. Let a breaking ball get away from him, and Keita Nato gets to hit with them loaded. We'll see what the defensive decision is here for the Victoria HarbourCats. It looks like they're looking to bring the infield in. Pitch to Nato. Breaking ball called a strike. He ducked out of the way of it. Anson Stuckley, the arm. Stuckley comes set. 0-1 to Nato. Cued foul. And 2 strikes now from Stuckley. All Nato's got to do is lift a ball into the outfield. And a run comes in. Unai at second, Unai at third, O'Connor at second, and Galvin on first. Stuckley's 0-2. Fastball misses away, trailing out of the zone. 8 innings pitched, entering this outing for Stuckley. 10 Ks to 5 walks with 6 runs allowed. But he gets a lot of swing and miss and searching for a timely K. 1-2 to Nato. Fastball spiked to the backstop, past the catcher and Lopez. Here comes Unai. The Elks lead it 7-6. O'Connor and Galvin both move up a base. And the Elks back on top. In a game characterized by the free pass. A wild pitch, bringing in a run to score. Full circle. Same approach here for Nato to put a ball in the outfield. The 1-2. Breaking ball misses away. Good take. Anson Stuckley just spiked one to the catcher and Lopez. Keaton Nato struck out looking his last time. Full count. Breaking ball got him swinging, and he strikes out this time too. Big first out for Anson Stuckley. But you get a chance with Dmitry Sisidko, and I wouldn't be shocked if Todd Haney walks Sisidko in this spot with his bat-to-ball skills and an open base. And right on cue, an intentional walk for the Elks lone all-star, showcasing their respect for number 14 in gold, just as we expected. As Alan Cox now wants an offensive timeout, which there's 1 allowed per inning in the West Coast League, and he's going to call over all the runners, including the spot of Isaiah Fudge in the order. A bunt will not be called in this situation at all. It'll just be Isaiah Fudge getting a chance to hit. He made the costly error in the 9th inning that, in a world, could have cost the Elks the game, but it ultimately did not. Offensive timeout is done. Everybody departs. And the hitter's Isaiah Fudge. All right, the prime chance to redeem yourself for Fudge. O'Connor, Galvin, Sisidko, your runners. 7-6 Elks. Bases loaded. The first pitch is a fastball that gets the outside corner for a strike. No hits tonight for Fudge. A pair of walks, though, that he's reached base on. Looking to turn two's Victoria. 0-1. Fastball way up and in. Fudge has to move out of the way of it. Isaiah Fudge. 4 runs batted in this year. Stuckley fires. A heater that misses down and in, and a hitter's count for Fudge. If you can get yourself a base hit in a moment like this, already up 1, regardless of the fact that Victoria starts in the same spot as you, you're in a great spot to win this game. But they got to execute as Stuckley before the 2-1 will step off. After Fudge, it's Troy Sanders. A long game tonight coming down to this. The 2-1. In tight, 3 balls and 1 strike. And almost hit the top of Isaiah Fudge's foot. Nowhere to put Anson Stuckley. He has to come in. Have to go right at the batter. 3-1. Called a strike, just getting the outside corner at 82. And the biggest pitch of the game coming up. Victoria with an out would put the ball back in their court. Fudge, a base hit, would give the Elks leverage. Stuckley comes set. His full count pitch with 1 out. Called strike 3 at the top of the zone. Fudge thought it was high. A looking K there just can't happen. And time is now called. Looks like this is a mound visit from pitching coach Zach Swanson on how to approach Troy Sanders. Elks leader in homers. 2 gone, they're loaded, 7-6 Elks. If I'm counting correctly, I believe that's strikeout number 16 for the Elks tonight. I mean, what has ensued with the strikeout? Both the punch out looking and just the normal swing and miss. 15 on Tuesday, 18 on Wednesday, 16 on Thursday. Troy Sanders, the hitter. The pitch. Breaking ball. Misses up and away. Although Troy Sanders has been awfully quiet with just a single, he has the ability to change this swing with 1 swing of the bat like he's done before. The 1-0 misses up. 2 balls and no strikes. And getting in a hitter's count to the second best home run hitter in the West Coast League. A nightmare for the opposition. You know Sanders licking his chops. 2-0. Fouled straight back. Sanders got underneath it and will stay in this at-bat. The wind over the last 10 minutes start to pick up in left field, blowing straight out now, both the Canada and American flag waving. O'Connor, Galvin, Sasidko, still the runners from third to first. 2-1 count, 2 outs. The pitch. Outside, 3-1. By just a hair. And some groans from the HarbourCat crowd. Sasidko. Average lead off of first. If you're Sanders, you just look for that pitch. Stuckley fires. Called a strike. Sanders thought it was ball 4. But home plate umpire Owen Naparalski says stay here. It doesn't get bigger than this, folks. Full count, 2 outs, bases loaded, 7-6 Elks, top 10. The Victoria crowd picking up. Stuckley shakes twice, now nods. His full count. Got him swinging on the breaking ball. And the Elks coaches are irate. A huge missed opportunity, the 17th strikeout for the team tonight. And Victoria has a chance to walk him off in the bottom of the 10th. An ever frustrating season culminating to what that 10th inning presented. Absolutely unbelievable, but not really with how this season has gone. They're asking Jared Robles to come out for the bottom of the 10th in his 3rd inning of work and save the day. And if Jared can pull this off, one of the more impressive things that this season has shown. We'll step aside and be back in a few on Bend Elks YouTube. All right, top of the 10th is done. Elks just get 1 run in when they should have had a whole lot more with how that table was set. Bases loaded, 1 out. They can't bring anybody in. And now you're relying on Jared Robles in his 3rd inning of work to pick up the dub. The batter is Brian Bradshaw with 2 runners on first and second. He'll likely square to bunt to move him over. Robles fires. Bradshaw does square, and it's outside. I'm not sure where that missed, according to Owen Naparolski. I know Marcus Galvin didn't catch it clean. I think that's the only reason for it. They appeal down to base umpire Mateus Smith, but they said he didn't go. If you remember, Brian Bradshaw earlier laid down a bunt for a base hit. So he has experience with this side of the game. Rowan O'Connor is the new 3rd baseman after he entered as the pinch runner. He's the one creeping in on the 3rd base grass. Robles looks in and comes set. Bradshaw will square again. The pitch. Fastball bunt. Perfect. Down the 3rd base line. O'Connor picks it up. His throw to first is in time. But Brian Bradshaw does his job as both Buehring and Lopez move up a base. The tying and winning run now in scoring position. Brian Bradshaw just does all the little things. Infield is now going to come in. And Victoria's dugout getting the crowd on their feet. Brady Hewitt, the hitter. Robles fires. Breaking ball, called a strike. Every infielder, O'Connor, Une, Fudge, Sanders, in on the grass. Fudge is at first. Sanders is at first. Add another defender with a good glove. 0-1 to Hewitt. Breaking ball fouled straight back. 0-2. Hewitt has walked a couple of times. He's also flown out a couple. Robles pitching for the strikeout or soft contact. Elks just by 1. A base hit would end this game. You need an out that's not productive if you're Bend. Pitch number 36 coming up for Jared Robles. He looks in and comes set. Now his pitch. Outside, and what a block by Marcus Galvin, keeping the game intact, lunging to his right and letting it hit right off his chest protector. It's the reason they brought him in as a defensive substitution. For spots like this where you need a block. Time is now called for Owen Naparolski. Robles peers and is ready. The 2-2. Way outside, and Marcus Galvin again. Oh my word, a back pick to keep it from going to the backstop. And that glove work. Playing hero. Time is now called. Is this at bat getting longer? Brady Hewitt taking time in between each pitch. Full count with 1 out. You have the open base on first, but the leadoff hitter on deck and David Cron as Robles will step off. And now Robles, I think, just wants to maybe know what the count is. Alan Cox talking to Owen Naparolski. This might have to do with the count and some confusion there. Wes Harper also out of the dugout. Naparolski's going to walk out now and come together with all 3 of his umpires. Blaise LeVay and Mateus Smith. just based on the way that the coaches on the Elk side were reacting and what Blaise LeVay was conveying with his hand motions, I think this has to do with confirmation on what the count is. And Naparalski has it at 3-2, and I don't think the Elks agree with that. I think the Elks might think it's 2-2. Robles also thinks that, but Wes Harper telling Jared to shake it off regardless of what it is. On third is Buring, on second is Lopez. It doesn't matter at this point. What matters is this next pitch. The payoff to Hewitt. Fastball chopped foul up the third base line. And we'll do it again. I mean, I would assume that with 3 umpires, they all have an indicator on them that one of them has the correct count. So I'd hope that when they come together in that spot that they get it right. Ben's side does not agree, so you never know. That's something we got to watch back. But for now, the game is in the balance with Robles and Brady Hewitt. The payoff. Fastball. Got him looking on the outside corner. Robles freezes Hewitt, and a huge second out. Brady Hewitt can't believe it, barking at Owen Naparalski. But with that major second out and Robles pitching through an umpire fiasco potentially, the infield is able to move back with 2 outs. The hitter's David Cron, and they're going to put Cron on. Despite David Cron tonight being 0 for 5 with a pair of walks, they'd rather face Quack, Riley Quack, the infielder that entered for Matt Wesley. And now time is called from Todd Haney, who wants an offensive timeout. So they're slowing down this game as much as possible, and with an offensive timeout, it forces a red-hot Jared Robles to take a walk and to compose himself, to get mentally dialed in for this next at-bat. All the juice is flowing for both sides. 7-6 the score in a marathon game, approaching 4 hours in total. Bases loaded. 2 outs. The spot where dreams are made of when you think about in the backyard, against your brother, setting the stage for a career in baseball. And I think if I'm seeing this correctly, there might be a pinch hitter coming in for Quack in this spot. And it looks like it's number 9 for Victoria. So Dryden Fuoco will be the lefty bat. Fuoco, the 6'2", 205-pound freshman. Alan Cox makes one move, walking David Cron, or rocking David Cron, and then a pinch hitter for Quack. The pitch home is skied deep to right field, but in the park. Going back is Pfeiffer. He makes the catch. The Bend Elks, an extra inning win. 7-6 the final. And Jared Robles, the hero. 3 innings in relief. Brilliance. A win that was needed more than words can describe. And on the back of Jared Robles, the Elks end up getting it done. And
then if you can leave that on for a little bit, the guy next door likes to. Oh yeah. Do you have? Okay, so now we got to figure. The winning pitcher.
Got to take a moment to catch our breaths. My goodness, 7-6. These Elks, they play with your heart, I tell you. Long games, strenuous, back and forth. And it's the Elks tonight coming out on top. They moved to 13-18 on the season. They snapped a 3-game losing skid Looking to the 9th inning first. Alan Cox intentionally walking David Cron, despite him being 0 for 5 tonight, was extremely wise because it forced the hand of Todd Haney to take out Quack, to put in Dryden Fuoco, who flew out. And he just got underneath it. Off the crack of the bat from Dryden Fuoco, it looked like that ball could be extra bases. Could be the first extra base hit of the night since the Matt Wesley home run in the 4th. And it stays in the park. Going back on it is Pfeiffer. He makes the catch. The Elks win it. And I swear they only have 13 wins, but each one of them, it feels like you're watching the new best game of the year or the new most dramatic contest of the season because it's so back and forth. It's so up and down that you can't have a pulse on what the game is going to do. And although the Elks only had 7 hits and they got gifted loads of free passes, they still punched out 17 times. They're winners, and that is all that matters. Victoria even being in this game, considering the circumstance and considering only 4 hits on their side, props to them and Todd Haney for a great series. And Victoria, a really, really good team that's going to wreak havoc in the North, I can almost guarantee, for the rest of this summer. But our bull of the game is undoubtedly Jared Robles. He is the reason the Elks won. He was in spots that a lot of relievers would shy away from. They would shrivel up when the lights get that bright. And instead, Jared Robles, with his bright white smile that he always possesses, it feels like he never has a bad day, goes through the heat of the moment and is the guy that comes out on the other side unscathed, that embraces that challenge. And major props to him because they've used him in a variety of ways, the Elks have, whether it's 1 inning in relief or 3 innings like they did tonight. But he's the man. And if he didn't have that one blow-up outing that he had in June, which was towards the beginning of the season when everybody was figuring it out, he would be pitching in Victoria on Wednesday night in the All-Star game. I can't fathom that the Elks tonight, while punching out 17 times, and I'll say it again, they did not have 1 extra base hit, not 1 in 10 innings, somehow scored 7 runs on 7 singles, and won the baseball game. Impossible to predict. But that's the beauty of baseball, is it can unfold in any given way, any given night. What a win for the Elks, one they'll soak in tonight. They're back at it tomorrow in Nanaimo. But you got to really continue to think about this one because what it did, unique. And something we might not see for the rest of the season. Their final lines, 7 runs for the Elks, just 6 for the HarbourCats. 7 hits for Bend, all 7 were singles, 4 for the HarbourCats, and then a couple of errors on both sides. After this, tomorrow, the Victoria HarbourCats will head to Kamloops to take on the North Paws in a 3-game series. The Elks to Nanaimo. Absolutely incredible. And what a night. For one final time, as always, I'm Aiden O'Neill signing off. We'll see you tomorrow in Nanaimo. An Elks win, snapping the skid in dramatic fashion.